League Japan 2023. We have even more action for you. Saishun Console Kumamoto going up against Shinobiism Gaming. But first introductions, my name is Seiko. I'm joined with Vicious. My dog, how are you feeling about this next match coming up?
Well, I'll tell you exactly how I feel as soon as I introduce him, the big man himself. Yo, man, I gotta say, Sasamo is gonna be one of my favorites to watch, absolutely. And I'll tell you exactly why after this. We got Higuchi coming on in as well, the Guile Prodigy with Shuto, the little devil, playing Mommy Muscle. So that's gonna be super, super cool to watch. And of course, the head emperor, the brute king, Nemo, the man in control of JP. Now, I did mention Sasamo. He's the brand new kid on the block for Saishun Console Kumamoto, who's playing one of the coolest characters, in my opinion, DJ.
Man, that character is actually super sick, but so is this team coming up. Shinobiism Gaming, one of the front runners and most consistent teams of last season. Let's see what they got on their squad. The same cats, actually. The Swanky Ninja coming up himself. Johnny with that Manon, and I guess many other characters too as well in the back pocket. Right after that is going to be the Gravemaker himself with that kid getting in. Fujimura, the robot. Afterwards, it's going to be the Vanguard bringing up the back. Yamaguchi with that Luke. And that's the only character that he's running. But last but not least, it's going to be the Shinobiism Prime staying fine. Momochi with the Kin, the Luke, and whoever he wants to play. Shinobiism Gaming will be facing off against Saishun Console Kumamoto, a tale as old as time. Well, Sliggy, who stays fine out in Street Fighter 6, the field has been reset. The characters are different. The players are too as well in some of these sequences. You talked about Sasamo being the new young gun. I think he had a rise in some of the CP sets, taking on some dominant players. And it makes sense for him to be out here on Team Saishun Console Kumamoto.
Without a doubt. Now, Sasamo, I feel like he hasn't had as much of the spotlight up until this very moment, right? Not to take away from his prowess in Street Fighter V, but seeing him now here on this particular stage, him being the newcomer in regards to everybody else on the block for Street Fighter League Japan, is going to be so pivotal for him to really pull his weight with his character, because DJ is going to be, I feel like, one of the primary targets. But speaking of primary targets, we have two of them up on the stage, right? JP and Ken. JP piloted by none other than Nemo, who is the inherent trickster in regards to the rest of the roster. This guy is a versus god, and I do mean that in every sense of the word. But he's facing off against CPU level 20. That's Fujimura. You mentioned it earlier. He's a robot. It actually got me good. I tried to mute myself during when you said he was a robot. I legit laughed. So it's true. He is the epitome of. He is the reason why CPU level 8 is so difficult. And what's crazy is he takes it above and beyond that level. So you're about to see CPU level 20 Ken for the first time debuted here on Street Fighter League Japan Season 6.
He's ever optimal, ever ridiculous. With a character like Ken, you have to be very optimal because the damage that can be pumped out with this character off the corner carry. You know, Momochi definitely is optimal, and I feel like the focus is always footsies with Momochi, but with the grime and the dirt, the slime, it comes from the likes of Fujimura. He likes the greasy characters, and in his back pocket, he has a jury too as well. I think that Ken does okay against JP. I think he's got a slight advantage. I was listening to Angry Bird and Big Bird talk about that match, and Big Bird had said that Ken has a slight advantage over JP. If he feels like he's uncomfortable in that match, he can simply go to the jury. Things don't work out because that aerial approach can be difficult for JP to deal with. Also, the fact that her dashes, her drive rush gets through the ghost, can't really throw that out, you know, so airlessly. And then also her fireball can bait out OD Amnesia, as we saw versus Chun-Li. Same thing here with this character. Nemo says he thinks many will cheer for his character that he's playing, but what does Fujimura say?
Well, Fujimura coming in with that confidence, he would like to showcase that confidence, and there's a lot of work that goes in with both of these players. Now, there's a big thing that you kind of signify too. I want to know whether or not OD Amnesia will actually be a factor in this game, this particular matchup, because of the fact that both Ken and Juri have slower fireballs and can lead to very, very precarious meaty situations against Nemo, especially for Ken, right? If a meaty light punch fireball ends up clipping JP towards the tail end. Not only is he going to be in severe block stun, but if he decides to OD Amnesia, man, that leaves Ken for a huge follow-up with a heavy normal. So it's going to be very interesting to see whether or not that's going to be implemented on defense for Nemo, or will he choose a different route. It's going to be really kind of a slugfest, depending on who gets knocked down first.
I agree, and I also think it's going to be a little bit easier for Ken in some sequences because, you know, when you try to do Crouch Fierce as an anti-air for the likes of JP, cross-up Tatsu is actually a dangerous threat that could just delete that Crouch Fierce on the table. So if he's in that cross-up range, Nemo's going to have to be very careful. But we see Nemo lab out some sick sequences, and I feel like he's closer to the style of Kakaru than maybe some of the other JP players. He's comfortable about playing that close range to mid-range gameplay that Kakaru had showcased the strength up with that character. Now, he does have some sick setups in and of himself. Are they as strong as Kakaru? We'll have to see. But Nemo has been a big grinder. He says he enjoys his character the most. In fact, this is the character that he loves the most, so I definitely think he'll be ready and prepared to fight Fujimura.
I think it's a valid synopsis on how Nemo can play in various situations, but I think, you know, the big highlight is, you know, we talked about how much of a versus god Nemo is in other games and previous iterations of Capcom titles. I think one of the biggest highlights that Nemo has is being able to force you against your will in the corner in regards to the mix-ups from Departure specifically. I've seen so many different teleport setups that he's had that has forced so many people into tears and also one and doneing, right? I've never seen anybody leave lobbies so quickly once Nemo has hit you with the double departure. My man's going not one way, he's at a round trip in and pretty much everywhere all at once. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see whether or not he gets to implement those strategies. Here we go. Match number 2 underway. It's game 1 between Nemo and Fujimura.
Backing off against that stand fierce. No playing that close range game that we mentioned, stand heavy kick. That was punch card. Could have been a follow-up. But Fujimura's closer to putting Nemo in the corner. Departure out and about.
I love the usage of the fake thus far. Oh, drive impact response. Fujimura, the robot. He's like, I don't think you understand. I invented that.
Corner out for the corner, not where you want to be against Lexa Ken. Find a way out. ODDP gets the anti-air right there. He's up in the corner, wakes up. That's going to be not. Actually, it is blocked, and it is punished. And that is Fujimura with the first W.
Yeah, so there was an attempt from Fujimura to do the parry, but the problem is he didn't have the minimum requirement of half the bar to actually use the parry. But either way, he was so close. Man, did you see the walk up from JP? He is speed walking, right? That is actually kind of nuts in terms of animation.
The confidence. The confidence is coming here from Nemo. He's got to be able to get the W, though. Jumps in. Fujimura with the call. Close range ghost not working out. Ghostbuster. Sit down. Oh, not even sit down and shut up. It's not CA just yet. Fujimura has such a big lead right now.
Oh my God!
Told you this guy's a robot.
Man, that was the most. He's slowly adding on difficulty levels, right? CPU level 20 was his base form. That right there was glimpses of like level 25. That was actually kind of nuts.
Extreme difficulty. Yeah.
Oh my God, the meaty setups as well. The pressure after the lights, drive rush forward, guessing game with the throw loops, trying to force a bad reaction from Nemo, but it's throw loops incoming. There it is! He was looking exactly for it. He can't finish it off just yet, but one solid sequence. Man, he's got it! Low forward, drive rush forward again. Fujimura in complete control, match point.
Hands are on the wheel, 2 and 10 right now. It's about to get them when drive rush is in, but here's at least a stop sign with the stand medium punch. You see a lot more. You see more of those dirty mixes with the departure here, but it's hard because then every time he tries to put it out, look at Fujimura just backing up. He'd rather take this rather than like a teleport mix, right? He's way better off.
Yep.
Okay, Nemo with the lead now.
Significant lead with that. No, sir. A little bit of an awkward placing for Nemo. He's not ready for some of the movement options that Fujimura has presented, but oh man, the overhead. Just enough damage, and even if the Phantom didn't do the job, well, the spike would have picked up after it just in case. Perfect to bring it back from Nemo.
Didn't find the fall from the counter hit medium punch, but Fujimura starting off a lot better this round. Going to the corner right now, the OD go slash, departure again. Drive rush stand, heavy kick does not land. Fake out stop coming here from Nemo. He's getting that one player game. Perfect parry for the Dragon Lash. He'll actually just go for the enhanced corner character. The character could definitely do. The Tatsu wakes up level 3. Get that bar back and a lead.
In ruin. Man, he's doing it to him again. He's like, here's cryptocurrency scam number 2, Ken. I know you want some of this. It's crazy.
In the corner, in burnout. Fujimura now with any OD fireballs, I think this is a bit more painful. No OD bar to dash through the ghost.
And with the snap of his fingers, he can drain his bank account. And he's also draining his life bar, but at least the drive gauge is back. The spirit is willing, but right now the flesh is looking weak. That is a big opener, and that is some big damage. So with critical art, this is going to be a full-on burnout with a lot of damage. Sit down and shut up! Shut up!
Up in the corner, OD fireball to cover the approach. Shooting kick. Yeah, but didn't want to commit to the drive rush after. Finds a fireball follow-up. This is Fujimura, the robot. And honestly, it feels like Nemo wants to play that one-player game, but it's so difficult when you have someone that's so optimal in every exchange and just knows exactly what you want to do. Using the OD Fireball to back up just in case you want to do for maybe Amnesia or whatever. But man, Fujimura just too strong, and Nemo just ran right over.
Man, I can't believe he was that ready for the confirm off of the mid-air catch on the OD Fireball. But then again, that's kind of like a trap. I think that's a self-set trap once you do like your super art level 3, right? You're in the perfect range to pressure with OD Fireball to keep the containment. It's two options, right? Either the opponent sits there and block while you advance, or if they jump. So I don't think like the stack, the mental stack, I guess, in a way, is going to be like too high to kind of get that confirmed. So that's really smart from Fujimura. Like he's already got that option down pat from that particular spacing. So I'm already learning like so many different things already. Looking right at it again, you look at the stats and you look at the characters played. Obviously, JP and Ken, that's the translation between the two. You've seen the best of 3 score, 2-0 in the side of Fujimura. And of course, we have the rest of the stats in regards to OD reversals that are invincible. Invincible reversals is one of them. Successful throws, tech is another one. I think what, like Supers landed also probably one of them, but yeah, we'll get the official one eventually.
Yeah, we'll get there. I don't think there was any ODDPs that came from the side of Fujimura. I don't remember anything happening from that side in terms of reversals as a rebuttal, so I don't think he was on the back foot ever at all. You know, his sequencing was so perfect, so strong, and Nemo not able to play that one-player game that he would like to do. Move through this bracket here even more so, but that's Shinobi's Gaming, a very strong start, and they've already got a very strong team. You've got a team of Ken's, you've got a team of Luke's, and you've got a team of just strong competitors. Also, Manon sits on there too as well. Saishun-kan, Sokomoto not lacking though. We'll see what they pull up next. Well, actually, both sides pull up next, so they both give their blind picks.
Oh, you got me, man. You got me mad excited. I'm like, oh, damn, we're playing Winner Stays On? Is that what we're doing now? That'd be kind of hype.
That'd be godlike.
And then all the UK cats come over. Like Logan comes through, F-Word comes through, and then like Jammers, Tyrant, the whole 9. Damascus as well. They're like, all right, well, we asked for Winner Stays On, so here we go. But it's going to be as it stands. Johnny is coming up with Mano. And Higuchi with the patented guile. Now, Higuchi's been going through it, man. He's trying to make that change between Street Fighter 5 into Street Fighter 6 in his ranked trials and tribulations. I've been paying very close attention to his last couple of streams, actually since like he started streaming Street Fighter 6. So he's been getting a couple of gripes in regards to certain matchups, but I think this matchup in particular he's very comfortable with.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, being able to have Sonic Boom fall up with Drive Rush, and her not be able to do too much, she can kind of spin through the fireball if she calls it out, but that's already difficult with the change up in the speed of the fireballs that are presented with perfect booms, normal booms, OD booms, and you have Sonic Cross, and the fact that you can Drive Rush right after it to counter the spin. It's going to be a risky business right here for Manon to try to spin through. It's going to be hard for Johnny. I think he has other characters he can utilize, but Manon has been the main go. But I want to go back to what you're talking about for Higuchi. it's been a little bit difficult. I watched some matches and he's very dominant. In other matches where he falters, even in matches where Guile does well, like he hasn't really had that handle just yet and how he wants to play Guile in this game. He had the blueprint in 5, but in 6 it's a little bit different.
Now, one of the biggest attributes that I think Johnny had in regards to his performance in Street Fighter V were single hit confirms. I think if he's able to do so as Manuel, that could be so dangerous. Not even talking about like the command grab game, but just let alone getting some of these big sequences in regards to like single hit confirms and drive rush. I think the pressure alone could be what really sets apart a lot of the other Manuel players. So we'll see. Now, she's not necessarily like the best like single hit confirming character in this game because that's just not how this game is designed anymore. But it can lead to some scary moments. Like if you were to get like the back medium kick starter and see whether it like hits or blocks, and you can go into a sequence. That can be really, really difficult because if you're thinking about back medium kick, it's -2 by itself. But if you opt to go for the overhead, that bad boy is -11, but cancelable. So I'm kind of curious to see how this kind of matchup plays out. We've seen it before on the west side. We'll now see it over in Japan and see how it plays out.
Gucci says that there are new people watching Street Fighter 6, so he wants to show what kind of player Guile is. He's sticking with that character. Johnny says, we've been saying how nervous we were as teammates. He's been playing with Higuchi since middle school. He knows the style and how he plays, and he's looking forward to this match. I want to go back to what you were talking about with Manon. The fact that if you find those hit confirms, which Johnny is known for, can lead to more, you know, a better situation for this character. And I feel like Drive Rush can definitely help out with that. Stand medium punch, you know, you buffer that with Drive Rush right after it. You can find some damaging things if you're able to get the hit. And even on block, you're close enough to enact that strike throw pressure that Manon would like to utilize. She's a thirsty type of character. She needs drive gauge to really enact some sort of pressure. Like her neutral is not that bad. Her mid range is not that bad. But to really get things going up front, she needs that drive gauge to enact, to force that pressure, to make you put on the back foot. And you need to think about that long-term game, which I think that Johnny can definitely do. Hamiko right now is talking about how Guile is a fun character to watch, and I think, honestly, I think he's way more fun than he was in 5. I think the players made him fun in 5, but in 6, he is super fun. They've given him new target combos. Sonic Cross is such a cool new thing that they've given him with the Sonic Blade 2 as well, follow-ups, and the OD booms, the perfect booms, the change-ups, the zoning. He is like super cool with the drive system. He's also created a big headache over here in the US because of the DR, just smoking everybody else.
No doubt. That is absolutely no doubt. One of the biggest things that come to mind is whether or not Higuchi's got it like that. I want to see what happens if he gets himself in a situation for boom loops, right? That's going to be something that is pretty much what we're looking forward to. And of course, on the other end, we want to see whether or not Johnny gets the 5 medals sooner rather than later, if at all, really. And what's funny is, just in case you guys didn't think it was live, well, we said winner stays on at least once, and he's already appeared in the chat. Good morning to you, sir. Or actually, probably good evening, question mark, or good afternoon. I can't tell what time it is because I am geographically and time zone challenged. But we are absolutely all the way live, and I know you guys are looking forward to the games. We are as well. We are just preparing for it as we get into it. So again, just to let you guys know, it's Saishunkan Seoul Kumamoto going up against Shinobiism Gaming. This is matchup number 2, and this is going to be game 2 between these two players, right? Obviously, we have Johnny in the hot seat right now. He's facing off against Higuchi. I'm really, really curious to see, again, how this matchup is going to play out over in Japan.
And also having two players that have played each other and know each other since middle school, like they know what each other's dislikes and likes are, what their favorite foods are, what they're allergic to, what, you know, their tendencies may be. This will lead to a higher level of match where you played somebody for so long, you understand the person at a personal level. That's going to definitely impact this match beyond just the matchup. It may make it more difficult here for Johnny, or maybe make it even better. We'll have to see. I mean, Manon is a character that can't really dump out damage until she gets the command grabs to land. Right? I feel like I've seen Idom gripe about that, and maybe for good reson, because once you get the command grabs to land, 5 medals will start 3,000 in terms of damage, which is quite a bit. That's quite a bit for that character. But before that happens, you have to stack the medals, and the errant hits don't really add up to too much. But once those command grabs land, and it's like the 3rd round, and you got 5 medals, or even the 2nd, it's hell.
Yeah, if you get up to 5, it's actually higher than that. It's actually 3,700 damage. I know you wouldn't believe me if I told you this, but level 5 is 3,700 damage. Right, yeah. 3,000, you thought that was it? Not even close, man. This thing is dangerous. And I'm not talking about the Michael Jackson album. This is far more than just a single command grab. But again, it does take time to work up to it. So we'll see, man. We'll see whether or not it happens.
Gao's a difficult character to fight against. He's got reversals. He's got the sonic booms, as we mentioned, the projectiles that Manon has difficulty with. And that neutral where she wants to play, that sweet spot where she wants to play, I think Gao can do fantastic. He's got Stand Fierce. He's got a bevy of command normals that deal in that same range. Stand Medium Kick maybe doesn't do a lot of damage or find a lot of lead-ups, but it's a great poking tool. You have Back Fist. You have the Back Heavy Punch too as well. You have a lot of normals that you can work with. Like this character has great normals, great projectiles. There's a reason why you see him in the top levels of a lot of top, top tier lists and things like that. But again, we'll see if Higuchi has what it takes to maneuver this character, pilot this character like he did in 5. Remember, it took him a little bit in 5 to kind of get ready and steady. Remember, he had some confidence issues, not in last season, but the season before, that his team had to work out. Last season, we saw him get those issues out, and he was definitely the star component of Saishunkan Sokomoto. We'll see what happens now that the playing field has been demolished and equalized and built up brand new to a brand new building of Street Fighter 6.
Right. Yeah, so just to let you guys know, we do have a little bit more of talking to do. This one's for Monastery Cook. Hey, things do happen. We do have technical issues that need to be solved from time to time. We can't have it all go the way that we want to. So just to let you guys know that this is live too. So we are rolling with the punches. So we do appreciate y'all being absolutely patient with each and every one of the segments that we go through, because in a perfect world, we'd have all the fighting already ready for you. So just to let you guys know, we do have a slight technical issue, just for full transparency, right? That's something that you don't often get. But there you go, man. I know you guys aren't trying to argue, but it does sure sound like it at times. But I will say this, I do love the fact that you guys are all here, man. I love being able to talk with you guys one-on-one, one versus many. Same with St. Cola, man. It's such a vibe, man. It feels so good to be back in the hot seat for Street Fighter League Japan. And also just to kind of kick it with you guys, because again, you guys are what makes this more enjoyable, to be honest with you, man. The games are super sick. Being able to interact with all you guys live and in person, kind of, sort of, through this virtual screen, feels phenomenal, man.
Feels great. Also, Street Fighter 6. Remember, there was a time where we were like, man, I can't wait for Street Fighter 6. 5 is hot, but it's time to get to 6, right? There was a time when we were begging, we were waiting, and no longer will we wait for the match. It's here, people. Guile versus Manon. Higuchi versus Johnny. Let's get it.
Man, the fireballs are going to be such a problem for Manon, and I'm telling you, for very good reason, right? If she happens to do like the spin maneuver past the fireball, that's one thing. But I feel like you have to be pretty good and do it kind of like preemptive, because trying to react to a sonic boom is so difficult. Damn, that's command grab already at level 3 metal.
Careful now. OD Boom gets the space up for the space, backs him up. Sonic Blade. Trying to get the overhead. Well space out here for Johnny. Finds a drive rush conversion. Another command grab. Early game, getting as many command grabs as possible. And the overhead lands did not have enough health to get that impact.
Did you see that? Did you see that? That's the Twitter tech right there. After the run burst, after it gets thrown down, if you do the overhead, it can get drive impacted. Problem is, my man didn't have enough health to go with it. So that's really, really smart from Johnny to take advantage of that.
Ooh, see this countering combo off that crouching light kick. Snuck in the standing light kick too as well for the extension to level 1. Gucci on game right now.
I need to see some shooties in the chat, man. Shooty! Let me hear it, man. I gotta see it. I gotta see all of it. Yo, we got standing tech as well. My man's. Higuchi.
Second time too.
All the options stuff. Yes, sir. Get off of me.
Going to be in burnout. This character can definitely fight and finds the overhead. You're dead. Round around.
I'm loving this right now. The keep away to Higuchi, trying to pick his spots as to when to shoot over and over again against Johnny. This might be a problem. Yes, sir. He's going to spend it all right now, because not only is the damage there, but he gets to reset apply pressure, Sonic Blade, Sonic Cross, etc. The whole arsenal of booms.
Don't want to get close though, because Rascal's mediums called out the drive impact. Backs him up that level 1. Gonna play this perfectly to get in. He's back in business with Bar. Gucci going for these burnout situations, and it works out. Impact.
Oh, damn. Uh-oh. Oh, he actually went for the critical art instead of just going for the Transverse for meta level 5. What does he get off of this? Command grab will kill, and he knew it! Well, actually not kill, sorry. It will be very difficult to kind of just digest all that damage. My bad. I got excited. I see command grab at level 5. I'm already assuming it's gonna kill. I'm not gonna lie to you, but man, what a read from Higuchi. A little bit telegraphed from the side of Johnny.
Same thing with the impact previously, right? That was the second time we've seen that corner read happy from the side of Higuchi. This time a jump out, finds a punish. And I'm with you too when it comes to command grabs. I see that level 5, I set it on my controller. I'm like, I'm not gonna survive. You got it from here, bro. But Higuchi with the defense is ridiculous right now.
Yeah, that is such a very, very solid read. But I guess going into the next game, I think there's a lot that Mano can do to prevent the jump outs from happening or react accordingly. Even if a throw, she does have a throw option select. Even if like a normal throw does get dodged if they happen to jump out of the corner, Mano can do the slide, the down forward heavy kick slide to bring him back to the other side and also recover just in time to do a command grab as they're landing too, like a meaty command grab. So we'll see if that actually plays out, and if it will, or if it does, I'm out of here. You're commentating by yourself if it happens. I don't want to say I'm a psychic or anything, but we'll see. Man, there's a lot to digest in this matchup currently. I think it's a lot on regards to what Johnny needs to do to get past the Freya booms.
You know, I want to go back to that corner pressure you were talking about. She can run the crescent kick to catch Johnny and put him right back down to the ground. I want to see, you know, him Johnny back up a little bit to let that hit. I've seen it being utilized against like Cammy, against her like dive kicks and things like that. We have to space it out right, but you don't always have to just go in aggressively to get that win. But maybe that's a read that Johnny had previously on Higuchi, like, oh, he ain't gonna be ready for this. I've watched him, I've played against him, he's not gonna be ready for this. But Higuchi, either saving it for nationals or just having the right read at the right time, was able to stay fine up this corner. Let's see if Johnny's able to vary up the approach up in the corner, or if Higuchi's gonna take this victory too dominantly.
And again, one of the biggest things about Street Fighter League is the implementation of team strategy, right? During each matchup, during each game, I should say, they do take a break to kind of talk about that strategy amongst themselves, hence why you will see it cut back to the players. But we'll see if that strategy does get implemented from either side, really. I'm kind of wondering what it is. But anyways, here we go. Again, Higuchi already off to the great ender. Standing like kicking the flash kick.
Patience has been fantastic. Aru pointed this out that Higuchi's patience is ridiculous, and it's worked out in terms of finding the correct anti-airs, not going for flash kicks that may be, you know, called out in the wrong way. See, that's the perfect flash kick range. Now he's caught up in the corner. All this real estate to play with to run the buffet of booms.
The buffet of booms, man. I wonder what the entry ticket is for getting into that venue for the buffet. Man, I will say this, he got himself kicked out of the venue. Standing medium kick as the anti-air from that far, a classic.
Step point right here. That patience is paying off to not get gripped up. Back throw. And again, he just goes for this positioning, and he can switch it up with either backing up the Sonic Boom to try to get the drive push overhead. Even when it doesn't land, he's still in prime position right here. Manon has not got any medals. Here we go. Dash up. Man grab. No, there it is. Finally.
Oh no, anti-air, yes sir, anti-air level 1 with the heavy version aiming upward. He was shooting for the skies.
No surprise he have the anti-air on the deck. He's got one more in the tank too as well. Johnny's got dang near level 3.
Oh, man, I was talking about the patience up until that point, but to be fair, man, that was a 50-50. Either the overhead was coming or the low medium kick of death. We've all talked about that. We've all seen it. The hitbox on that bad boy of low medium kick, man. It leads to so much. But that's just how it goes, man. The 50-50 guessed incorrectly from Johnny. And that leads to Saishun Console getting their first 10 points. It's all tied up, if I'm not mistaken. So with that in mind, I don't think it's possible to get the sudden death battle. It'll be do or die time for the anchor positions, which leads me to my next question, Senkola. Who is going to be in the anchor spot? If you were to guess.
Should I just tell them we already got it? We already got it.
Oh,
we already got it.
Oh.
Yeah,
my bad.
they dropped it.
Oh, we did. Dang it. Oh, all right. Well. My bad.
They spoiled
My
us.
bad. That was me.
But to be honest, this is what I kind of expected. Shuto, Modern Marisa to kind of back things up, and Momochi Ken to close things out. We've seen Momochi in so many anchor positions. It makes sense. And Shuto, same with him. We saw him defeat absolute gods. Remember when he said he was born to defeat Fudo? That's how I knew this kid was on game for anchor position closeouts. Like he was like, I was born out of the womb to beat the gods of fighting games, of Street Fighter themselves. But one thing that stands out, I want to spoil all of you as we get this information soon, is that Shuto will be running Modern Marisa, and we'll figure out how that operates. And along set, Marisa, a very strong character and a topic of many people's anger, as Big Bird was able to take the victory over at Rebel Kumite with that character, not modern version, but showcasing what that character can do all the way through, like people around the world, characters like Guile, damn near every single matchup, JP. She's a threat. She's a threat. But I want to see how Modern Marisa works out in the first of three. So like some Momochi, where Ken can kind of fight that character.
No doubt. I'm very excited to see it, man. I want to just see how the meta develops, man. We've got so many different teams coming in with so many different characters, so it's going to be so sick over the course of months, by the way. Full-on months, because this is only stage 1. It's only the beginning. But as it stands right now, again, 10 points apiece on both Saishun Console, Kumamoto, and Shinobiism Gaming's board. From both players, we could see Fujimura getting the first win over Nemo, and then it was Gucci firing right back against Johnny. Now, this is it right here. A little bit of a talk from both Nanai and Hamiko about how enjoyable it was to watch that Guile play and how patient Higuchi was throughout the whole thing. Now I want to know what they have to say about this particular matchup. It's Muscle Nami versus the revamped Ken, right? With nothing to lose. Marisa versus Ken is going to be so ecstatic, so exciting to watch overall. Yo, Triumph, thank you for dropping off the kids, the big 74, by the way. Also, shout out to El Chicote for the big drop-off. While you guys were streaming, we appreciate the big raids coming in.
We came in to see Modern Marisa come through as a final match between these two in the anchor position here. From the side of Shuto, talk to Shuto, I talked to Yanai, you drop in the chat, and I'm like, yo, Modern Marisa? Yanai said she's godlike with Modern. Shuto said something similar, and I was like, really? And then I saw them work at Rebel Kumite, the last chance qualifier in Japan, and they almost got the top 8. I mean, Yanai was almost there. He was only a few sets away from that sort of play. So there's some danger with this character. Maybe you can't check walkbacks with drive rush crouching light kick, but maybe drive rush crouching medium or crouching light punch is all you need. So she loses only the quad kick, medium punch, light kick, and heavy kick. Those are all she misses. She still has Gladius and the other special moves at her disposal.
Yeah, no doubt. One of the biggest things, I think, it's the ease of execution. Somebody brought it up in the chat, a very, very valid point. I think, Marisa's combos aren't necessarily too difficult to navigate and execute once you get the feel for it. But I think it would be more so of a timing thing in regards to utilizing certain specials to get over other special moves. More importantly, we talk about the Superman punch being a big projectile killer. Being able to react to that without having to risk inputs is a pretty huge thing, because Marisa just wants to get in your face, and when she lands that opportunity, it's so difficult. Another thing as well, being able to react with your invincible supers can be such a big benefit to your gameplay, even if you lose out on the damage, because Marisa just deals a ton of damage right off the bat anyway. Even if you get the nerf to utilizing modern controls for supers, I think that's just fine for her. So we'll see against the overall game plan for Marisa. Get in your face, put some of these plus frames on the table, and obliterate you till you stop playing the game. That's just the game plan. So it's really up to Momochi stepping up. We did see a lot of optimization lately. I think one of the biggest highlights that Hi-Fi had put out earlier was Momochi reacting to drive rush into perfect parry. I think he's slowly starting to figure out some of the big things that he can parry, some of the opportunities where he can utilize that mechanic and optimize afterwards, because he did some fat damage off of something that's severely scaled. You're talking about 50% damage scaling right off the bat from a perfect parry, and still being able to take off chunks of damage.
Definitely able to sneak in also the micro walk too as well in that conversion, in that combo, I should say, and staying optimal and saying, listen, even if I parry this and the damage is going to be knocked down, it'll be enough to get that kill. Ever optimal Mochi himself has also great footsie, so seeing him on the kin is great. Mobich, I see them in the chat. They are one of our resident translators and always doing due diligence when it comes to sleuthing in the Japan streams. Said that Shuto thinks that Modern Marisa can take down any character. And I mean, already Big Bird said that Marisa, he doesn't really feel like she loses to anybody. Maybe Jury versus a lot of problems. You can't Superman punch because crouching medium punch, fireball game kind of nasty. But maybe Modern Marisa having that quickness on defense too as well, being able to go in the stance cancel immediately without a second's notice, without having that mental stack. It might also help out on defense because she does lack on defense. Her anti-airs are a little bit more sus than other anti-airs. Gladius is great, but the call out is definitely difficult. Crouch fierce, you have to be in the perfect position. So having less mental stack to deal with these options and the stance, like the pushback and stuff, may help out on defense.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm kind of curious to hear what exactly the commentators also have to say in regards to this matchup and like both characters and the utilization of Modern for that matter. So hopefully we can get some of our scientists on that case from Twitter, the big translators. Doc, I'm looking at you as well. I know you're mad busy, but we get it, man. All right, here we go. Game number 1. Between these two titans, again, Shuto versus Momochi, Muscle Mommy versus Ken, trying to get back his financial wealth. But again, financial wealth ain't nothing in comparison to family. He needs to channel his inner Dom Toretto and think about his family, right?
Damage about to come fast and furious. If you let it happen, don't let this character get close. For the Gladius, it's a whip punish stand, heavy kick. Did that too far out in the distance. I'm not sure why. Maybe looking for something preemptively. Fantastic punish. I actually allowed Momochi to get outside that corner with the run cancel.
So we kind of see the space that Shuto's kind of trying to occupy. But man, one of the Force Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Low, medium kick coming in from Ken. Big surprise. We got a throw. What happens afterwards, though? We got the punish counter on the throw again. Dang, another one. Hey, man, throw loose. It's what's for breakfast, man.
Lunch and dinner, I tell you. Mochi with a fantastic start, man. Yeah, we have leftovers. It's not going anywhere. Especially with the likes of Ken.
Oh no! See that? That had to be modern, right? That had to be modern. Modern super art. Oh no! Ugh! You're under arrest.
Dying on some dirt. From the corner and burnout, not where you want to be. Just got the meteor, the heavy. Side switch here. Turn of fortune for Momochi. Has to be careful, he's in burnout. One hit, it'll be over the neutral jump. Wow, what a call out.
That's huge on the armor of that. Gladius again. Damn! Superman punch from downtown over the fireball means nothing to me. She don't skip leg day. That's the whole purpose. She's trying to jump over and go through fireballs, man.
In the corner, crouch fierce. Stays in front, gets the mix. Level 3 immediately. That was nasty. That was nasty. I definitely got hit by that. Damn near burnout. Careful shoot though. Up in the corner too as well.
Oh, what a time to counter poke with the crouch medium punch as well. Getting himself out of the corner, decent amount of damage. Still trying to find a big counter poke in. And I love the anti-airs consistent Shuto's thus far. Again, the big whiff punish counter.
That level 3, even with the scaling, might kill. See, hard for this character anti to find that crouch fierce.
This is tough. Momochi can't whiff anything. Neither can Shuto. Still anybody's game. One touch will kill for both sides. Both sides.
The tenseness. Try rush. Try rush again. Try to find an opening up the low. She not biting. Cross up Tatsu. And get the kill. Let's hit Will still. Can Mochi get that burn out and get that chip? No dip.
Oh my god! And it's Momochi with a big trade-off against the stance follow-up from Shuto. Now, I was terrified. If that stance led to the command grab, I think perhaps Momochi would have died because that was OD. That was OD stance, right?
Yeah. That was using bar, but was not able to do so that low. Sweep off the feet, 8 frames with the quickness. Gets the empty low on the side switch. Enhanced Tatsu up in the corner. Shuto was on the back foot until the sledgehammer landed.
That's a huge confirm there from Momochi as well. Ultimately, the situation, an important tech at that from Shuto, creating some space for himself. That could have been punished, I think, from that close. Punish counter, and I love the link. Shuto, yeah, fireman's carry over.
Backed up for the anti-air drive rush. That's the mix. You get these knockdowns, you go for like stance cancel, command grab, throw, strike, the lows, trade with the Gladius, baits out the ODDP. Oh, easily, for free. Magna Buster into Gladius.
I was gonna say, man, that charged up heavy punch is so hard. Oh, wait. It's so dangerous too, man. I love that. The punish counter coming in from Shuto, the corner carry, Superman punch afterwards. You gotta hold that plus frames. Where are you going? Uh-oh.
Okay, pulls with the armor. He's out of there. Careful on the bar, not looking so healthy. Neither is your life. One hit, it'll be it. The jab wasn't able to link. Look at the sledgehammer knockdown.
No shot. No
a modern
shot.
Man.
He had that counter poke. After 2 lights, he knew he was in range to get a crouch jab counter poke, and it hit. And it hit. To be fair, if it's kind of an option select. If Momochi had not pressed the button, the normal from Shuto wouldn't have connected. But damn, that was kind of sick.
That was dope. Modern man. Modern problems require modern solutions. All evened out right here.
Yeah.
All right, gets the
as much as I would love
rush,
to attribute that to like that being like a confirm, it was more so like an option select against like the light pressure, right? From further out. Oh! Don't get the command grab there.
Oh, called it out, gets a throw. When Mochi has the corner pressure, it definitely looks like it's very difficult here for Shuto, but when he's lacking these whiffs, like stand heavy kick and things like that, Shuto's able to answer back, and again, her damage, even in modern, is still ridiculous. Nice neutral jump though, denying the Superman punch from coming through.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Just the awareness overall from Shuto has been amazing, man. The command grab again against Momochi. That's one of the hardest things to kind of try to anticipate from Marisa, right? That's not reactable in most cases. Look, again, I'm telling you, man. Shuto's found it.
Oh, no, he ain't lying. When it comes to modern, I think it's going to be blocked, punished, dying on some dirt again, seconds. Leaving things out, game to game, round to round right now.
He's getting real. Oh my God! Yeah, so that's we get it. We get it. You're that guy. You're that guy. Reversal in between the string. Shuto is feeling it, and also that. Oh no, not again. He's gonna go for another command grab up close. No, he's chilling. Oh, and there's too much on the mental stack, St. Cola. There's way too much on the mental of Shinobiism's own.
Not over yet though. Mochi routed back. The return over seat. Right. DP Ender, tech, those not connect. Shuto forcing him to back up, knowing that one hit into something is going to be it. However, Mochi with the Jinrai kicks. DP Ender, Double the damage too. One hit and you're through. Let me see that CA.
Oh, that's it.
Confirm. There it is. Finish it. Doesn't even need the bar at the bottom. He's going to spin to win.
Sit down and shut up. It's Momochi firing right back with the full answer against Shuto. Now, it's not the end, right? It's going to be 3 out of 5 here in the anchor matches between Shuto and Momochi. We're going right back into the swing of it. Modern Shuto using that Marisa versus Shinobi's own Momochi with the can. Again, this is so hectic right now.
Absolutely. The swings, the turnarounds have definitely been difficult. You see that Marisa definitely suffers up in the corner, as every character does against Ken, but with punish, calls out, actually gets a punish, I'm sorry, against the Gladius, the stand fierce. Ready for that option. Shuto's been trying to use that to leave the corner. We'll try to use this, and we'll get the parry into the command grab.
Situation is going to be so tough. It's going to be a great time for Shuto to kind of walk up. Man, that target combo 2 and the punish counter, thinking the throw was going to be there. No, sir. He was waiting for it. You're dead. Doing a Kairos. Set him up.
Now sit him down. It's not looking so good here. As, again, on offense, Shuto's been doing a great job. Doing a great job getting right back in the match. And now, let's say that Momochi has put him back in the corner. We skipped a few steps, but Shuto, we're getting around. Neutral jump denies the normal. The Tatsu's applied here up in the corner.
Oh. And it's so tough too. Yeah, look, Shuto is trying to slowly acclimate himself out of the corner. And you know what? Momochi's gonna give it to him. Man, I see the ideas of trying to whiff punish the Gladius. It's so difficult sometimes, man. That's a big punish counter on the way over too.
Much of a follow-up though, but still, Mochi taking it nice and easy. The neutral jumps are coming through hot and heavy. He is so ready for these advancements. Either it's like Drive Rush Stand Fierce or Stand Fierce in general, Gladius, or any other button. These neutral jumps have been ruling a lot of the neutral. Maybe Drive Rush Crouch Fierce might work out. I'm not sure what Shuto can do, and that's gonna go through the armor.
I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Instead of trying to opt with like any sort of parries or even guessing it, I love the option of just blasting through with the Dragon Lash Super. That level 1, again, having that invincibility on it is going to be more than enough to fight and contest against Gladius.
See him again working on that range. The command grab though. Ooh. Up in the corner. Closer and closer. That level 3 pulsing. Waiting to be used later
Gladius. You can see him buffering away too, like he's using that crouching medium punch as a way to kind of like counter poke majority of the time. Momochi's kind of like chilled out on that. He's looking for some of the big whiff punches. Damn! Again with the counter poke crouch jab, buffered into the level 3 super. Damn!
Mochi up in the corner, damn near in burnout. Oh, here's the pickup. Sledgehammer, crouch fierce pickup. Look at the Magnum Buster. That could have been it. Back him up, he's in burnout. Game to win, and he'll get the W.
I'm loving this. I'm loving this back and forth. The call out there from Shuto. The Superman punch against one of the 4 horsemen. Again, that low medium kick could have spelled so much trouble. It could have spelled death, but man, great anticipation for Shuto. This is a hell of a match.
Oh, this is fantastic. I love seeing the acclamations from both cats. Drive reverse coming through from Shuto once again. Hasn't been baited and punished just yet, and it's a decent option. You know what you're going for. The other person hasn't responded to as well. I feel like as this game gets more and more in depth with the meta, we'll see it more and more in terms of like certain normals and things like that. But right now, I see Magnum Busters and Supermans. A Magnum Buster again, Impact Splat.
Oh, that's so dangerous, man. You're leaving Momochi in a constant guessing game of whether or not we're gonna get back heavy punch or if we're gonna get command grab, right? That's been, I feel like, the totality of what's happened in the corner against Momochi. There it is. Yeah, the low. You still have follow-ups to look out for, man.
The pushback, now the command grab, throwing everything on the menu. If you like a little bit of dirt, gets a follow-up. This is gonna hurt. Magnum Buster, Gladius, the bar at the bottom. Magna Buster again, that's the win. Modern Shuto takes it over Momochi.
Not gonna lie to you, man. We have to talk about that sequence. We got to talk about why he got so much out of that corner and why he was so successful with the back heavy punch. It was the setup with the command grab. Plain and simple. He conditioned Momochi multiple times over with that command grab in the previous games, and it led to that very moment, man. Shuto had the entire plan from the get-go. So well done.
Shuto showcasing what modern Marisa can do. And there are detriments to that. You have your damage nerfs if you don't dial out the specials and the supers. But you do have your benefit of being able to react. It maybe being able to go in that stance with a quickness and react a little bit quicker on defense and also on offense maybe help lead to that, so you can set up shop for this stuff and maybe not have that mental stack to dial up the specials and things like that. Now I don't have to dial out, back punch or forward punch, whatever for the specials. I can just do them with a flick of a wrist, all right? It still takes a lot of commitment to run modern Marisa. You're lacking in certain buttons. You're lacking in like that drive rush lows and things like that. So there's things that you don't have, but he found a way to play. Dang, taking down Momochi, Shuto.
Yeah. I don't think y'all understand fully how the modern mechanic works, but I'm gonna leave y'all to squabble in the chat for that one. We'll get to hear Sasamo kind of talk about his team as well. I would have loved to watch Sasamo play. He's done a lot of training too. He's done the full pilgrimage of traveling over to Daigo as well to face him off in a full exhibition prior to like anything big happening too. So that was really fun to watch. But overall, man, they gotta be feeling real good about themselves. Saishunkan, Soul, Kumamoto, man, it's Shuto and Higuchi leading the pack yet again. While Nemo, again, he had a slight struggle. And speaking of Nemo, we do get the big camera. Having him on the main screen, but yeah, man, he's starting to figure it out.
I think he was, the season goes on. Of course, we're only in the first month plus a week of things, but seeing Higuchi and Shuto start off strong is real good here for Saishunkan Tsukumoto. We're getting some words from him. Nemo, I should say, real soon. Sasso said he was the one watching, but he expects to play next. So if you're a DJ fan, make sure you tune in next episode. Sasso will be up on, actually not next episode, but whatever episode they come through to watch Sasamo play. He is fantastic on the DJ.
そうですね。いやでもやっぱりなんだろう。僕も今回のリーグが初めてそのスト6での大会だったんで、マノンっていうキャラクターのワンチャン力、爆発力っていうところにすごいドキドキはしてたんですけど、本当にスト5からの相棒のねガイルと一緒に落ち着いて勝ててめちゃくちゃ良かったなと思いますね。
しかも
あと、
はい、どうぞ。
すみません。今回この心強い3人と一緒に、練習したりとか話し合いしたりとかできて、今年も楽しい旅ができそうだなと思うので、ちょっとみんなで頑張りたいなと思います。
はい、ありがとうございます。さあ、そして大将戦、凄まじい試合でした。シュート選手。
So we are working on the modern translation also. If we had a button to kind of translate it, we would. We'd have a 4-button layout to translate 1 button per person. That's just not how it goes. We are trying to get it real time as soon as we can, as Shuto gets ready to say his piece as well.
At least with Shuto, we heard previously that he's supposed to start the match ASAP. He definitely played with that confidence, so definitely seemed like he wanted to get in the match, get a W. Shuto has said he's been playing personally, so we've seen Shuto grind quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
always consistently.
He's definitely been playing personally.
はい、ありがとうございます。さあ、そしてですね、最後にリーダーネモ選手。この1試合目を終えて、次節に向けての意気込み。
Okay. He says Marisa is awesome and super strong, as we see, and we've seen at Rebel Kumite, but of course it takes a strong competitor to pull out the strengths of this character, though.
絶対に対策して勝ちをもぎ取ろうと思います。
もう楽しみになってきましたね。はい、というところで、はい、じゃあそれではですね、まずは勝利おめでとうございました。最瞬間する熊本の皆さんでした。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
さあ、 So a lot has been said, really, in regards to like the post-game interview. We're not necessarily able to capture all of it. Our apologies, our sincerest apologies for that, because I also, Senkola and I always want to know what's being talked about for the post-game interview. Most of the time, if it's anything that I remember from Street Fighter League Japan, previous seasons for Street Fighter 5, Higuchi would be like, yeah, man, I tried to implement all of the things I practice and win. That's just how it goes. But Nemo, he says the next match will be a character I can't stand. We'll work on a strategy to win. We do have the actual translations here. We talk about the used characters at the very top. Obviously, Marisa versus Ken, and of course the 3 and 2 are the best of 5 for this one. The anti-air percentage, 25%. You talk about monitor controls. Look at that. Where's the reaction to that, right? It's 25%. It should be 100, right? However, Invincible wake up 100% from the side of Shuto, tech throw. I don't even know how that. Let's dial it back a bit. Senkola, how can we constitute invincible reversals for Marisa outside of Super Art, right? I'm kind of curious about that stat. I need to know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I feel like it'd be super. Like
yeah,
just be
I
super.
think so,
But,
right? Yeah, because her Democyrus doesn't have invincibility like that. It's not like a traditional Dragon Punch. Her Gladius doesn't work that way. Quadriga, Superman Punch, etc. None of those. I'm kind of curious. It had to. You know what? Don't worry about it. Anyways, the rest of it was throws text percentage and also drive impact usage. That's a huge one, right? The addition of drive impact being a percentage is really, really huge.
We'll see how it evolves throughout. But we're not done with these matches. Once again, we're going to have another match coming up. The previous winners of not only Street Fighter League Japan, but the World Championships last year, Good 8 Squad comes back up on the deck to fight the new kids on the block, Cyclops Athlete Gaming Osaka. But right now, I wish I had those right now. I ain't gonna lie, my eyes are hella red right now. I would love to have the clarity from these eye drops. I hear they burn, but in the good way.
Wait. Red because of why? Is there something you're not telling me, man?
Sleep.
Is there some sort of habit you picked up? Why are
the habit of not sleeping?
What are you trying? What are you implying, man?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? The habit of not sleeping, my friend. Got up at 3 a.m. to watch Street Fighter 6.
I'm just trying to make it as loud and clear as possible. Speaking of clear, I don't know what that is, but I'll tell you what, it's probably some skincare regimen that you might want to include in your daily rituals, man. You try to keep it as clear as possible. Clear for men. Out now, all over Japan. If you want some clear skin like Guile, Dawson, even Blanca, he has to take care of his skin, especially in the jungle, because mosquitoes are busted, man. That's a problem. But what isn't is getting yourself some clear for men. Man, they gotta, I'm telling you, man, they gotta have us on these ad campaigns, because I have no idea what clear is, but I can just make it up and make it sound great, you know what I'm saying?
Actually, it's shampoo. So it is. So I might have to take the advantage on that one. I ain't gonna lie.
I can't take advantage of it. What am I gonna clear up? My scalp? Come on, son. What? I can't use it.
Hey, that's all.
I cannot. It's shampoo. Come on, guys. I can't use that.
That's brutal. Why'd they do that to us?
Brutal. Yeah, let's have the bald guy talk about the shampoo. Yeah. Great job, production. I appreciate you guys. Thanks. Nice work.
Man. Well, somebody's going to get washed up this next match. It's going to be Good 8 Squad versus Cyclops Athlete Gaming. Coming up after this break. Don't go anywhere. We have more Street Fighter 6 for all of you.
番組の中でご紹介させていただきますので、ぜひよろしくお願いいたします。そして YouTube、Twitch の各チャンネル登録、Twitter のフォローもよろしくお願いいたします。さらに YouTube の高評価、グッドボタンもお願いいたします。さて、この後は試合準備のために休憩に入らせていただきます。21時19分から、マッチ3グッド8スクワット VS サイクロプスアスリートゲーミング大阪、こちらの試合をお届けしてまいります。お楽しみに。それでは一旦失礼いたします。
Advanced Artificial Intelligence Leviathan. Welcome to Bikitoa Island.
Reporting to you back from the International Space Station. My name is Vicious, back at it again with St. Cola. We've got matchup number 3 coming to you live for Street Fighter League Japan Season 6. Let's get to it. It's Good 8 Squad, the returning champs. You already know what to expect, but in case you don't, starting things off, it's Tachikawa, the battle consultant, but much more than that, he's a juryman. Coming up right after that, we got another one. It's Bugera, the Cosmic Buster. Not with Balrog though, but with Jury as well. And of course, we're not the Singularity, it is Kawano with his main loop. Very much so excited to see it. And of course, Capcom Cup champion, the Honest Hero, coming in with a little bit of honesty, that's Manon.
Let's see how honest he plays with that character. With that grappler who has been dangerous, they're going to have to go up against Cyclops Athlete Gaming Osaka, the new kids on the block, multi-game champion specialist, and actually a traitor that calls Dogra, who has went back to his team. First off, it's the one loved back by fighting games himself, Kazunoko. The GOAT with that scammy play. Dogra, the wind that made a pact to never lose. He forgot what the L means. Dogra back with Cyclops. And here's the theoretical value that has risen. Fin Riddy, Fin Rich, or Fin Liddy, depending on how you flow. And the last one to come up, the extraordinaire Goichi with the Honda and the Luke. Either way, he is deadly. Always staying steady. This team is the newest addition to Street Fighter League, and boys, I think they are going to give some nasty surprises out to the competitors.
This, I mean to show absolutely no bias, but when I saw this team announced, I immediately went to Dogra's channel, I went to Dogra's stream, I said, man, your team is broken. He stopped and he went, thank you very much. And then continued to play a different game. But anyways, my man, do you understand the caliber of players that are on both teams right now? You have the returning chance from Good Ape Squad, absolutely competent in the world of Street Fighter. Then you have multi-game specialists. Think about that statement, right? Multi-game specialists coming in from Team Cyclops Athlete Gaming Osaka. This right here could potentially be what's to come in playoffs. This right here is playoff material. But looking at it right now, who is up on deck? Gachiku, the captain, going up against the other captain. It's Goichi. Now, people might ask, isn't Dogra the captain? As it is listed right now, it seems to be Goichi leading the pack for Cyclops. But that's still up for grabs. I feel like every one of these guys on Cyclops could be a captain. Same works for Good Ape Squad, right?
With Good Ape Squad, you look at Tachikawa, from what I've heard from Doc, he said that Tachikawa was taking more of like a coaching role throughout his time in the FGC right now lately, and I want to see that coaching aspect being brought to Street Fighter League. I'm sure he'll be just as fine when he comes to putting hands on the sticks as it is with teaching. But I do think that's going to definitely help out in a lot of these league situations. Back to Cyclops though. We got to be real. Multi-game champions out here. It'll be ridiculous. We already saw Goichi do a lot of work over at Rebel Kumite Japan qualifiers. Already being a huge threat, not only with the Honda, but with the Luke. His buffer rate with stand light kick changed the game for a lot of people. Even when they were playing the demo, people were like, bro, this is what you do with this character. With the meta, you buffer light kick and the drive rush right after it, and you get these nasty converts. Like, that's a dangerous butt for this character. Goichi has always been a threat. He's back with Street Fighter, back full time, back on Cyclops. This is, like you said, a premier match already right off the bat.
Man, I gotta say, this is an all-star lineup. Listen, man, if you've been watching fighting games for as long as like some of us have, like, it's crazy. This is truly an all-star match between these two titans, man. You are about to experience some of the sickest Street Fighter that we could ever ask for just in this matchup alone. So, Mano is gonna be the choice for the honest hero Gachikun. On the other hand, we're gonna see the big Luke coming in from Goichi, and this character has been practiced since the demo. That is correct. This guy, Goichi, has been doing non-stop streaming of this character, traveling over to face off against Daigo, and that is quite the trek. I gotta say, man, this is gonna be the ultimate test. Goichi has also kind of acclimated himself as the new CPU. I've talked to, Goichi about this on his own stream. I've been following him for quite some time. He does respond in English every so often. But, man, we talk about Fujimura being a robot. Goichi was the programmer.
Yes. Goichi definitely has showcased what the meta was in the early parts of the demo. We've seen people train with him, and it's not even just the Luke. He's got the Honda. I think the Luke is just fine in this matchup. I think Luke is fantastic. Yes. She can't even spin. The idea of spinning the fireball is just not going to happen. Like, it's not going to happen. And that mid-range game that she wants to play with, like standing heavy kick, not going to work out. He's got standing medium punch, and those light kick buffers are ridiculous. Gachikun, we saw him maybe not do as much work as he wanted at Rebel Kumite. Same sort of style with Tokido to be like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is the level that I'm at. I have to exceed that. I have to go further, especially especially with what I see worldwide, and bring that back to League. I hope that has gotten him more established with Manon, and I guess later on with Rashid when he gets a chance to play that character. But for right now, it's going to be Manon versus Luke. He's going to have to run with this character all the way until that is available for him.
Right, that is going to be the decision. Despite Goichi being very much so competent with Honda, we did see him play that character in the exhibition alongside teammate Dogura, who was also a teammate for that exhibition against some of the players from, I think it was like China as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. One of the big Twitter clips was, Xiaohai trying to react to headbutts. And he wasn't able to once Goichi decided to start throwing out pierces with courtesy of his teammate Dogura. Yeah, again, here we go. The first game, what a bust out already. The punish counter already too.
Impressive he's getting the trades though. Not that bad here. Gachikun walks himself outside that corner. Like Luke has similar pressure that he had in 5, in 6 with that corner pressure, drive rush down, crouch medium punch. He obviously has to throw loops, and he obviously has a lot of damage. He pumped out the charge combos. Chaser, did he block? Yes, sir. We waited bait. Easy bait out there.
Man, that is pretty optimal. I will say, I think there's a little bit more he could have possibly done on a punish to get like a full like flash double combo, but he wasn't in the corner, so a little bit tough. Maybe he could have gone into like Sand Blaster uppercut finisher, but him spending the meter for it to ensure it, we totally accept that. Considering Gachikun had raised a guard on his wake up, and now it's going to be Gachikun in full control, run theirs, bring up that metal level to 2.
Harass him in the back, Fierce gets the punish counter, follow, crescent kick, lands the command grab right after. Metal level 3, the anti-air's right there.
Perfect KO.
So much force. Uh-oh. Brown start looking fantastic, punish counter. Flash up a combo up in the corner. He'll put the parries there. Stays away from the impact.
What a gas too. Level 3 damage. Onto level 4 now. The jump in is just raw. Oh, that could have been so much bigger, and the perfect parry against the overhead drive rush. And now it's really Gachikun in full control. Yes, sir. The big confirm off of the big medium. Back to the target combo.
Burn out.
Oh, that's huge!
The jump. That's gonna be the win. Vicious, we're going to Memphis. Ooh.
No, not today. He's going all the way. That's critical art.
Ooh.
I wish he said it. I wish he said it for both, man. Level 3 and critical art. Yeah. But in this point, he's like, just stay down, and he just puts you through the concrete. Yeah. A full serving of fist to concrete.
Delicious, but deadly right now is Goichi. Even with some mistakes that Gachikun just did not capitalize. He's been really good about these charge combos. However, perfect parry to drive rush, gets a command grab, scale damage, but you're just getting that command grab off to get yourself closer to that wing condition where this character lands the impact.
Huh, interesting. So he goes for the walk up to fill up his drive gauge afterwards and opts to go for the Ranverse combo finisher, which isn't too bad at all. I love that, man. Yes, sir. Punish counter. Gets another Ranverse. Level 4 metal. Watch out for the grabs in the next round because I think he's just going to be going for strike. We might see. I can't tell if it's a perfect on his side, but I don't think so. It is! Oh, it's going to be a perfect!
It is. Ooh, dominant. Gachikun sticking to you like glue. And this is what we've seen from his Rashid previously. We've seen elements of that in Manon. He's got pretty decent neutral, so it makes sense. We've seen these buttons come through. Water pressure's been fantastic, too. There's the command grab you're talking about, level 5.
Man, this is going to be a lot of damage. You literally just take 2 of those grabs and it's over. He's forcing the jump. He got it. He got it out of the hook. Didn't get the anti-air. The jump back from Goichi, though. Off with a second one. Yes, sir. Heavy into. Now, we're going somewhere. You took the wrong guy to Memphis.
We gotta change that. Finds the cross-up, jumping medium kick. Oh, nice jump. Being denied with the crouch fierce right there. Get that grip. Find the medium. Yeah, it's over.
Oh, it's karaoke night.
Right, more than enough.
You already know what it is, chat. Let me see the la 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 in chat.
Sing to me. Sing to me.
Hit the music.
No Metal Gear.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Excellent work from Gotsuku. Regardless, again, full control of the situations, right? That he gets to kind of dictate, right? He starts things off by intimidating you in the corner with some of that command grabs, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna force movement from Goichi and punish him accordingly, so that, until he gets kind of comfortable. Whether or not Goichi actually does decide to get comfortable, it's Gotsuku who's mostly reacting to what Goichi's kind of presenting, which has been phenomenal, right? I think Manon can do a very, very good job of containing like jump out options, trying to counter poke. She doesn't have to go for the command grab every time, and Gotsuku's kind of shown that example, shown that exact statement to be true.
The idea of it is painful enough, right? You catch people slipping because you think they be gripping, but it's not like that. They try to hold north and take him south with the crouch fierce. We even saw him back up for that crouch fierce continuously. It didn't always work out, but the idea is there enough where it took enough damage. And sticking to him in the corner continuously, challenging every time he tried to leave with like stand medium punch, and then going into drive rush, quick conversions to as well, whether it be in the corner or mid-screen, allows him to stay solid, allows us to get this final game between the two. Already finds a jump in the switch here from Goichi. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not seeing the Chun-Li. It's the first time I'm seeing the Chun-Li in a series setting.
He's been picking up this character for like a couple of days, but it's always been something that like he's had in the back pocket. I don't know how often he's shown it off on stream, but on CFN you could definitely check it out. But going into it right now, yeah, just at the wall too. We get the strike. Yes, afterwards, you already know. Run there to level 3, make it a level 4. Yes, sir. You got the full entree with some extra sides. Go on, girl.
Gotsuku about to go with his bad self. All right, nice. Gets the pick up for the drive rush. Back rise into super. Gets the side switch. We're talking about this being so imperative for this character. Backs up for the anti-air too as well with the crouch fears. Chills up in the corner.
So tough trying to neutral jump against Manon. Nah, son. Give me that here. Forward throw. China thinks to come for Goichi. Trying to follow behind the fireball. I get it, but no, sir. That is invincible. Punish counter against Goichi. Super hard level 1. That jump is huge. Again. We're gonna be dead. Man, this Lady Gaga character, I gotta say, man, I'm really happy for her. But what does she know about cameras? I love all the Lady Gaga songs, but what does she know about Street Fight? It's crazy. Actually crazy.
Oh, Gotsuku after playing Oil King said never again, bro. Never again against this character. Had too much time to fight Chun-Li, especially after fighting Oil King. I'm sure they played afterwards. And also, we didn't really see the things that Oil King did against, you know, Gotsuku. Like using the fireball and following up behind it with drive rush is actually a good way to jail in Manon. She can't go for the spin. If you try, you get punished. And you've got good neutral and normals to deal with this character, but it just wasn't enough here. Maybe if Gotsuku or Goichi had went with that character previously, maybe it would have worked better, but then again, I don't know, because we've seen Gotsuku already have that experience, and coming from Rebel Kumite empowered him to get that W. Gotsuku moves on.
Yeah, I don't think either choice would have been, or I don't think either choice currently is a bad choice against Manon. I think both Luke and Chun-Li can combat that character pretty well. To be able to kind of control what she's trying to do. I think Luke occupies a lot of that space. I think Chun-Li can do that in similar, very, very similar regard. In terms of like counter poking, just kind of forcing the agenda. But it's Gotsuku, man. It's Gotsuku's understanding of the matchup and knowing exactly where to be to force uncomfortable spacing. I think, you know, we saw a lot of erroneous movement come in from Goichi. You had mentioned it earlier, right? I think there's a lot of options where, or moments where Goichi had opted to kind of like move in places where he shouldn't, or even neutral jump where he shouldn't. So I think that's a lot to kind of look into for the preliminary stage of Street Fighter League. So a lot to digest, I think, from both ends. But looking at it again, we talk about the anti-air percentage, 50% from the side of Gachikun compared to Goichi's 33. We got the throws, perhaps. We'll figure that out specifically. But anyways, tech throws 50%, and of course the drive impact 2 for 2 from Gachikun.
100% slipped in there. Goichi not able to land any drive impacts. Unfortunate on his side of things, but just Gachikun too ready and too sticky with this character. I think that confidence that he had with Rashid, we see it with this character. And even when he switched characters, still strong, you know? It's not just Rashid that carried him to victory. It's his own skill that got him the Capcom Cup champion. Let's see who comes up next. Already such a strong start here for Good 8 squad, taking down Goichi, the captain. That's got to be a big statement. Like, you bring up your captain to go off at the bat, take it down, points already on the side, but it looks like it's going to be Tachikawa, Luke Modern versus Finready, JP Classic, another Modern player.
Come on, man.
Oh, excited, Chad?
Fenrich. You got to put some respect on his name, brother. That is Fenrich, brother. He is litty for sure. So, this is a big surprise. Modern Luke, man. Chat's already revving up their engines, man. They're getting their typing fingers. Everybody in chat's like, yeah, here we go. This is the one. But the bigger surprise for me is Tachikawa stepping up to the plate. You had mentioned he had taken more of a back seat towards being the battle consultant. He had titled himself Battle Consultant in the intros. We didn't make that up, by the way. I'm kind of curious to see what the reasoning is as to putting Tachikawa up there. So I'm wondering. I haven't actually seen a lot of Tachikawa streams lately. You might have. I actually haven't seen a lot of his CFN matches. But Modern Luke seems to be in business. One of the big names that we kind of like to toss around in at least the Western audience is Soul VNG, one of the proponents of Modern Luke. He's made that character work very well for himself with numerous top 8 appearances at locals. But we'll see how that translates here in Japan. I'm very, very curious about that. I'm also very curious about Fenrich, man.
Let's see what he does out here. Again, coming out the Street Fighter, it'll be a sick thing to see. JP on the Classic too as well. But back to Tachikawa, you know, there is Kawano who's also using Modern. Tokido had said at Rebel Kumite that Kawano is sticking with Modern Luke, so they see something in this character in this Modern edition. Maybe it's being able to react to, you know, like ghost pressure. Maybe will work out better here. You know, obviously they couldn't pick against his character, but they believe that being able to have easier reactions with DPs, supers, and things like that is a benefit. Even though you're losing stand medium kick, which is a good drive gauge killer, stand light kick that we saw is a great buffer into drive rush right after. You're losing these fantastic buttons to have better reactions and scale damage, obviously, too, as well. So there's something that Tachikawa sees. He is a coach. Tachikawa says he'll try to make an impact, and Finready says he's just very happy to join Street Fighter League. He's just happy to be here. He's trying his best to make the team win. It's a dangerous dude. A dude that's happy to just have fun playing the game. It's a dangerous cat, bro.
Yeah, man. What's kind of wild when you think about the timelines here, so Tachikawa on the left, this is me kind of breaking the fourth wall. This one right here is for Troy the Second, right? This guy right here, this is Tachikawa of anime fame, right? This guy has played numerous anime fighters and has done really, really well for himself. On the other hand, from the other side of Cyclops, that is Fenrich, also an anime fighting game god, right? What's funny about this is that both of these players, the last time I've seen them actually play against each other was in a different anime title. So this is kind of like a sort of reunion. Like, you know, Fenrich, he's technically the new kid on the block. Tachikawa, he's already had a seat at the throne before here in Street Fighter League. So seeing this kind of face off again is a really, really great full circle moment in my opinion. So I think this is going to be super cool. Really excited to see it overall because there's a lot of lore even outside of the realm of Street Fighter between Tachikawa and Fenrich.
Inside the lore of Street Fighter, inside the lore of Street Fighter League, production reminded us that Tachikawa hasn't won any match in 2 years. I'm sorry, 2 years ago when he did debut in Street Fighter League. It's his time to shine. There's a lot on the line right now. Going for the team and the pride. Modern Luke, Tachikawa getting in with the throw.
The idea of too. You notice how they kind of stop after like the tip throw instead of going into a full like chain block swing up with lights. One, they don't want to be susceptible to the counter poke, but two, I feel like they're trying to like maybe perfect parry as well. We saw it a little bit earlier from Fenrich, but going into it right now, again, the sweeps paying off dividends for Fenrich, at least trying to keep Tachikawa at least away for a bit, but problematic. Yes, sir, the sweep coming on in.
Full
punish, yes, sir.
Rushes in. It's a fault for the Pierce. Sets up the departure. We're teleport. Actually goes over the overhead. Block. ODDP. Block, punish.
Dang, somebody in the chat got me good. Somebody said JP stands for Joe Pop. He got me real good. That's pretty good. All right, so yeah, again, we talked about departure being very important. Man, the punish counter on the way in. This guy Tachikawa's zooming.
Trying to get it open with that crouching meter kick drive rush. Darren Grady trying to get that low. Is that gonna be a punish? Yes, it is.
I love that. Is that modern control damage? I couldn't really tell because it was punish counter. Oh, on the wall. Yes, sir. Man, I love that juggle. Yo, Tachikawa optimal. Shout out to Yikes again. Oh boy.
3. Let's see. CA. God, this is so cool. Crush right there, but Tachikawa still has a fat lead right here. Not a lot of bar, but this is the Baron of Burnout. There's one person that can make it hurt. It's this character, but the medium punch and the super to seal the deal.
Damn, this guy was hella buffering. Did you see that? The standing medium punch covering so much ground, buffered with a level 1 super art. That's pretty good. Like, no matter modern or classic, you're doing that regardless. That is such a good strategy for counter poking. That's not even just modern control. You could do that in classic too.
Yeah. Definitely doable. Here's the back throw though. Now gets the overhead. Finn Brady hasn't really been able to get a lot of things started. Like drive rush crouching meter kicks haven't really led to much. I haven't really seen that like full screen pressure play beside of Finn Brady just yet. Tachikawa's had a lot of answers. Crosscut DP immediately. Amnesia finally coming through. OD addition. Find the follow-up. Drive rush forward. Heavy kick.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That was mad unfortunate. I feel like for Fenrich. But hey, still manages to recover. Gets around on the board against Tachikawa. I feel like, again, Tachikawa's been an absolute nut on Wake Up, right? He has just been jumping out. He's been choosing movement. He's like, I don't want to resort to violence. I just want to get out of the corner.
It'll feel good here. It's Street Fighter 6, so I definitely get it. Punish counter on the whip throw off the backboard. Charged up with at least the medium. Didn't get the light, but still. MMA would play with the throw. Perfect parry. Just wants to push him back, and that's fine. Actually spins level 1. Oh, to get the burnout. You're so smart, Finn Riddy. Good awareness of that bar. Now you're in burnout, level 2.
That's perfect. Yeah, you're draining so much of that life. He doesn't even care if you're slowly building up your drive gauge, because from this range, that's exactly where JP wants to be regardless. That's huge. Yeah, he sets up the departure to bait Tachikawa into moving towards the corner and TPing out of there. He is so smart for that. Fenrich on another level. Very, very common tactic actually from JP.
Switch the sides. However, oh, no anti right there. The jump in, that's a fat one. Level 2. That sick mix. Departure. It appears. Right up in the corner. Full screen. Tachikawa has to play perfectly to get in. Has to parry and drive rush in.
And it's so smart. He puts it right above him. Considering where Tachikawa is on the screen, that could be so detrimental if he puts the departure too far out and he gets a punish or something like that too. So again, Tachikawa is being meticulous. Watch out for the modern reactions. No, sir. Oh my god. Jump medium punch the god. That normal is an abomination. I'll call it, man. That normal is bad far.
It's ridiculous. It's such a great jump back tool, an air-to-air tool as well. Like, but back to Finn Brady, bro, how the way he plays is, it's so lame. I'm not seeing a style of JP like this besides him. Like, He's willing to wait it out and do those safeties that you pointed out. Close range departure. So if you try to drive rush in, I'll just get the jump out side switch. We haven't really seen perfect anti-airs from the side of Tachikawa despite being on modern. And I like this lane play that just frustrates you. You just want to get in and start your oppression, but it's not happening in the second game. We'll see how things go this round, this next round coming down here. But the way Finritti's playing, it's annoying.
Yeah, no doubt. Even despite Tachikawa choosing defensive maneuvers out of the corner, he was slightly successful. But again, these guys are both anime cats, right? They know exactly what to do in regards to heavy movement defensive maneuvering. So they know exactly how to recollect themselves. And Fenrich has proven to be the better man. Now, we're also slowly starting to see the duality of modern controls, right? Despite having those types of reactions, what happens if, you know, things are left airtight? Like, what are you going to do against somebody who's not even giving you those types of opportunities to get some of your big buffers in, or even, like, get your reactions in? Like, when Fenrich is playing, there hasn't been a lot of moments where he would slip up and get punished with a super art level 1 modern style, right? So, yeah, we're slowly starting to see that duality of how beneficial modern can be, and how, you know, and also how modern could just be like just another game. It's just another way to play. It's very interesting to see in the hands of multiple players.
Sponsored DP there, but I definitely want to see what would happen if like he would have the stand medium kick to kind of walk this character down. We'll call up the initiate. We'll get a punish counter throw, nothing big, but still quite a bit of damage on that punish counter at least. Has to walk down with crouching medium kick. Has to utilize that button instead of like stand medium kick. Back to full screen. No, crouch pierce anti-air.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was trying to go for like the perfect parry. Hence we saw the blue flash coming in from Fenrich. This is going to be so great for the Fenrich, setting up the departure. Yes, sir. And I love the medium spike too to kind of prevent Luke from advancing. That's so smart, Fenrich. Oh man, he's so smart with it. Yo, Tachikawa taking the risk of trying to parry again the drive rush against Fenrich, but the throw just blowing him up. Looking at match point now.
OD Pierce, departures out and about. And lockdown pressure again. OD Fireball, yeah, get in. Start your pressure up in this corner. Drive rush, this is the throw. Finritti's backing him up in level 3 immediately to get a lead. This will allow Finritti to play that lame game that he'd like to do, that frustrating game. It's been so painful. It's Tachikawa, damn near in burnout. Here's the bust out though of the drive impact on wake up.
Man, I think he missed his opportunity to possibly like drive back, but we're all the way to Memphis now. Crosscut is there. Damn! No shot. That was a full punish counter. That was actually kind of sick. I have never seen that kind of punish counter before using, what was that, medium knuckle? That, I'm stealing that. That's mad sick. I will say, okay,
steal this game.
That was definitely some modern controls. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually kind of nasty.
Look at him winding down that bar. This side of Finritti. Let's get the knockdown. There's follow up though. There's the crouch pierce anti-air, the fake out. Maybe looking for a DP, possibly. Wait on a DP. Still Finritti now. Back in the lead, level 2. Getting activated at any point.
Oh, not quite the burnout he was looking for. Level 2 activated. He can't parry any of these. He has to go. Yes! I love the stoppage there from Tachikawa. He burns himself out for this very moment, though. He's not going to level 1 just yet. It's Fenrich building back the meter. That's not going to be a punish. Oh, it is a punish counter, excuse me. But Tachikawa does have the slight life lead. He could react, and I love it. Punish counter. This guy's insane. This guy's actually insane. So what's cool about that, no matter what happens, even if he didn't finish the combo, the block would have, the Super R1 would have chipped regardless because he was going to be in burnout. That was actually quick thinking from Tachikawa. Even if he didn't want to like go with the combo, that's kind of cheeky, man. That was very, very nice.
It's next level. Doesn't matter if it's modern or classic. We'll do it regardless. And Tachikawa finally earns a game. It's been some years, but out here, Street Fighter League, he gets his first victory. I know he is definitely feeling it. Finritti's like, bro, what happened? Modern players are that strong? I do want to say that if you are playing Street Fighter, you have to lab out modern matchups. It's going to be a thing these players are going to have to look out for.
かなり難しい局面でしたね。
ハメコズ愛案件ですね。
チェックして、コマ送りとかでチェックしないと。
So even more, the fact that Finn Rady tried to go for the parry and burn out because of that prior, and that again shows you how on point Tachikawa is to notice that happening immediately to get the kill.
Yeah. You see, like, you saw the drive gauge kind of like drain from him as soon as he tried to get that parry. So that was just kind of a rough spot for Fenrich to be in. Looking at the stats, let's make use of what this actually is, right? First off, it's the character's name. Second row, it's gonna be the best of matchup score, best of 3. 2 is gonna be the points, or sorry, the matches won from the side of Tachikawa. Looking at the anti-airs, 38%, right? Modern control. You would think it'd be a higher percentage, but again, man, depends. JP, 50% from the side of Fenrich. Looking at the invincible reversal, I'm gonna assume is the next stat, and of course tech throw and drive impact. But we'll clean it up as we go on. Again, it's only the first day, so a little bit of growing pains, as you will, as we include more stats. But looking at it right now, what are we looking at, Saint-Cola?
Brother, is this Good 8 squad once again being super dominant? Like last season, they bled. In this previous season before that, they didn't really, right? But I was thinking with this, everything being reset.
Yo, they were dominating like throughout the majority of playoffs in 2 seasons straight, man. Like,
2 seasons.
Okay, well, 2 years ago they lost. I get that. I totally get that.
Yeah.
I mean, like they would like smash everybody up like it was nobody's business, man. It was something else. But
they bled though. They bled though last season.
Yeah, they look way more human for sure. That is no joke. But can they repeat their godhood again? Can they get their membership to becoming gods again? Will they have to subscribe? We'll see how it plays out. This is the match I was looking forward to. Pugera rocket in with the DJ. Kazunoko coming up to bat with the Kami, man.
This one's going to be nasty. This one's going to be fireworks. Pugera, who had been so dominant in the anchor position. So it makes sense to see him out here. Obviously with a different character, but he's been great on the DJ if you watch the stream. Great with the jury. He's got 2 picks. Kazunoko, though, back in business full-time with the Street Fighter, really committing a lot with the Kami. And honestly, if Kazunoko's playing a character, you know she's good. We see how good she is in the hands of Punk. Pugera, see these words he's giving right now. Said Cyclops from the start in terms of the first match.
I was waiting on this too. What's really cool in regards to this particular matchup, you have a former member of the Good 8 squad, right? You have Dogura, who's part of that champion squad, who's a pivotal part of their success last season, going into the championships too. So you have a lot of knowledge coming in from that particular player, putting in all that work, and also talking about like a certain player tendencies, which goes a long way because he got real intimate in regards to the knowledge of those players. So it's going to be a very pivotal part. I think it's going to be pretty important towards the success of Team Cyclops.
That's a really good point. You take all that data that you have from last season, how they play, their training, courses and stuff like that, the training sessions, and you bring it over to other teams. Dogura, you absolute wind devil. We'll see if it pays off, though. Pugera just says he's happy to face Kazunoko. Kazunoko responds that he has not experienced a team match in a long time. He's been solo on the Dolo, right? But now it's time for Street Fighter League, where he has to pair up and work for a team. The team is riding for him right now. He's in the anchor position. He's trying to route things back with that Kami. He's a fantastic character. I feel like this is a character that people are like, well, she doesn't really dump out damage, but level 3, I don't know. And I see the drive rush dumps that we see from like Punk and every other Kami, like Akira and such. I think she can stay up there with some of the best. Maybe not dumping as much as Marisa, but she can definitely do damage. And the fact that she gets Oki without having to spin bar off of, Spiral Arrow as per usual. Strike those, fantastic. Her buttons are great. It's a great character. It fits Kazunoko's style very much with the dive kicks.
で、まず BJ ってキャラクターが今回、初めて でかストリートファイターリーグ、ね、2013ではなんですけど、このキャラクターは特にやっぱりその
You know what's funny? I think DJ suits Pugera perfectly. One, because he's, I want to say pseudo charge. Right? I think there's a lot to kind of like talk about in that regard. Being able to maintain charges is going to be super important, I think, for Pugera. And also kind of like masking the charge is going to be important against the fireball game that DJ does. Now, it may not be the strongest, but it is pretty effective in certain ranges and under certain pressure sequences as well. One of the biggest things I think that makes me understand why Pugera would pick such a character is the massive damage output. I think you talk about like Balrog also dealing a ton of damage in certain sequences. That's that guy. I think that's Pugera's kind of like idea. It's like, you know what, I want to play a character where I can melt people's health bars in an instant. If it's tap, so be it. If it's DJ and just cool extensions, I'm also about that, right?
Yeah. And also, you look back at the answers that he had, he was some of the best in the business, if not the best, with Balrog. And not only with the character, but just how he would anti. He'd back up for the uppers and have the right spacing. We see that also with his DJ. He knows whether to choose like back heavy kick to get the crouch heavy kick as an anti-air slide with DJ, or maybe even just the just cool anti-air too as well. He knows which ones to choose. He's well labbed out in that. I think with that spacing, those anti-airs, and that damage dealing that he does with this character, on top of the mix too as well, he's definitely going to be a threat out here. I'm excited to see this match. I'm excited to see how Kazunoko deals with it. He has different aerial approaches. He's got the dive kicks, of course, the hooligans and things like that. But when you have back heavy kick, you have, you know, stand fierce. You have crouch heavy kick. You can find follow-ups too as well. And obviously the Sobat, I forgot about that option. He has so many anti-airs. Yeah. It's going to be difficult because we're going to have to rotate a lot of options to make it ambiguous.
I'm really excited to see this, man. These two might have the potential to be like the top point earners of their team, just considering the caliber of player Kazunoko is in terms of grind time and I think early success in new Street Fighter games, even early, or even just like even like the long run. If you're looking at Kazunoko's like history, one of the biggest things that come to mind, obviously he was the young player, Capcom Cup champion of Street Fighter 4, the final year of Street Fighter 4. But one of the biggest things is he's learned the game so quickly. The reason why he decided to play Yun is because he wanted to skip all that neutral. I'm not even kidding. Like, it's not verbatim, but he wanted to skip all that neutral and find success as soon as he did. But man, speaking of success, I'm telling you, Pugera, he's already dealing that much damage.
He's feeling the rhythm right now. We talked about that damage being dished out, especially when the bars utilized. However, corner carries, no surprise here. Gets the impact, sneaks it in, slips it in. The DP ender. And those every so often with those jabs right after the mediums too as well. Pugera's out of there. Pushing Kazunoko back to mid-screen with the fireball suit. She does have the spin knuckle to get through, but it might be hard to call out. They're very fast air slashers. Very quick.
What a time to bust out. And not even quite burnt out yet either. There it is. Yeah, I was waiting for that jump. There we go. We're going to see the sequence. No! We tried to see a Kazunoko sneak a fast one, but again, the anti-air is there. Is this going to be enough damage, though? He's not going to build enough bar to get level 3? No, it's going to be enough damage. Throw will kill, though.
Oh. Situation. Oh,
nice interruption. The challenge. I'm loving that. OD jackknife.
Expected the crouch kick, but no drive rush right after it, though. Knocked outside the skies. There's those anti-airs we talked about. Air traffic control. Pugera has got it under control out here with a stand fierce punish counter follow-up. Just cool.
Damn, you are deader than dead, man. That was so quick. How many seconds are left on the clock? That's 76. This character is so sick, man.
Definitely feels good to play this character in a better light than what he was in 4.
Best thing about it is this is just the download in progress. We'll see if that's going to be an actual thing for Kazunoko. Again, these matches and the anchor spots are going to be 3 out of 5. Best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. So plenty of time. And I love that OD cannon spike.
Gets the side switch too, so you have to be careful about her running that reversal up in the corner because it puts you in the corner. Drive rush light punch hits again. 2 for 2 right now in this first round. Trey with a medium punch, gets another medium punch counter hit, caught Kazunoka pressing, quick on the draw, and makes him fall with a maximum upper. Yo, he is running all over Kazunoko.
Man, machine gun upper is definitely a big damage output special move too. And being able to link off of that in the corner to kind of reduce the scaling into level 3 is going to be a big deal. Right now, look at that. The counter hit into the, what is it, fake Sobot. Kind of catch Kazunoko off guard, but he wasn't falling for that. You do see the sequence, forward throw. Oh, no, sorry. Again, forward throw. I'm still not used to the animation yet. She's like all over you, man.
Yeah. Seeing an aggressive feature like this is definitely kind of rare. I mean, Bulgaria's definitely worth the movement. Drive rush more than other, but yo, Kazunoko. Well, now there's level 3 at the bottom. I'm sorry, CA in play.
Oh man, he's tempting Kazunoko, man. Some of these fake out fireballs could possibly be the end, and that's gonna be the big confirm. Kazunoko holding it out, and I love that level 1 super to ensure the damage. Right now it's all tied up, so at least in the rounds.
Level 3 is on deck. Let's see what happens. He's been utilizing level 3 more than anything. So much damage. Nice interruption probably coming from Kazunoko. Reaction, TK dive kick. Yo, Kazunoko getting aggressive. Nasty up in the corner, strike though. Scammy Cammy online. Don't answer. Impact.
Man, this telemarketer is good. this telemarketer is pretty good, man. He be scamming your phones. But no, I mean, let's talk about this a little bit. This isn't a kill. Yeah. So now that is out of the way, the conditioning prior from Kazunoko has been so effective with multiple throws against Bulgaria that it led to very hesitant moments from the DJ player's side, right? He didn't want to like let him throw for free, so he tried to tech. Hence the TK dive kick that you had mentioned being a really big part. Then immediately after that sequence, Kazunoko went right back to throwing. I think those are very, very important moments to set up the future games.
Look at also how he's challenging a lot of these drive rushes too continuously. Stay outside the distance, you know, laying that standing heavy kick as a punish counter, finding follow-ups, disallowing what that entry point is here for Bulgaria. However, Bulgaria does the same against the spin knuckle with the neutral jump. Drive rush, misses this back heavy kick. Unfortunate. Kazunoko trying to find a jump against the air slash.
Man, already in burnout. Cross-cut DP, you already know what it is. Drive rush forward, and he's gonna get the sequence. No, the big interruption from the light kick, still getting the Sobot afterwards. Back throw is gonna be huge for Bulgaria, but now he can't necessarily throw a fireball safely as long as Cammy has a meter. Oh, that reset would have been so good for Kazu, but no, it's fine. Laying it on him again, the control in the corner. Kazunoko, yo, he's feeling it. He reeled back in his seat. He gave the gamer nod. He's like, you know what? I'm in there. I'm in there. Who got washed? What? Great.
So I'm locked in. TK again. The conditioning right now. Uh-oh. Backed up the stand light kick. Got the punish counter. Drive rush in the middle. Gets the corner carry. Nice immediate stand medium punch. Runs the Sopato raw. That heavy kick just cool. ODDP, Kazunoko not falling for it, but he's about to fall down by the end of the round. God dang, the sequencing right here.
Brother. What a confirm. Off of the stand jab into the back heavy kick. Now, I feel like you'll be doing that no matter what for a block string sequence, but to follow up afterwards appropriately, man, Bulgaria's got it. He's got it, man.
Doing continuously off of like most punish counters, like even that light kick drive rush right after being cognitive. However, level 3, let me get that lead. Killer B. Big sting right here, and a big lead here for Kazunoko.
Oh, that's huge. And that's such an awkward angle, too. Yeah, man. Kazunoko has figured out the right angle to take the jump approach. Now, I think like at those sharper kind of angles, it's kind of tough. It really is kind of tough. You'd have to slightly delay the execution of it to catch on the other side. But yeah, those angles, trying to do it a little bit early, I think your reaction will be your downfall for that scenario. We saw it, right? Bulgaria completely whiffing against Kazunoko at that very, very sharp angled jump, leading to his downfall. So I mean, like, it's tough. You have to make that call. DJ can do it. but you have to make that split-second decision to stop and just wait till Cammy moves on over to the other side, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have all these great answers. I wonder if back heavy kick would have worked out better in that angle. Maybe it would have not corrected in the right way. If it's like that sharp an angle, would you just go for back heavy kick or? I'm not sure. But either way, Pugera, would it be better for back heavy kick to work out in that angle as an anti-air, or like walk back heavy kick?
That's hard.
In these weird sort of angles.
That's so tough to call because her jump arc is pretty high, and you're still in fear of dive kick as well. So that's a tough call. I don't know if OD just cool would have caught. I don't know if back heavy kick would have caught successfully. There's just so many different factors, or like 2 different factors. It could have been just like a jump that's too high, or it could have been like a dive kick too. So it's hard.
It's difficult. There's the area right there, so I'll meet you in the skies. Oh, big punish on that ODDP, corner carry, the maximum upper. We talked about how that, stick that in, get a lot of damage. More than half the health.
That is a lot. That is so much. Actually, so much. Man, he had hella time.
Nice cancel.
Oh, you're dead. You're hella dead. Yeah, after the slurs with Kenzie, you're going to get the standing heavy punch into the machine gun upper. Man, Pugera slowly starting to figure out the puzzle that Kazunoko has presented earlier. And the answer is... But no, I mean, look at this. The big punish counters. I think DJ does a great job of being able to contest against Cammy's normals because, again, they do have a lot of recovery on it, long reaching. But DJ also has a long reaching normal himself that punish counters. But man, here we go. Here come the throws.
Over and over again, ODDP runs it raw. Able to push Kazunoko back a bit. Trying to find more of these areas. I think that's also been helping out Pugera in some of these sequences. Drive rushes in with the medium. Level 3 immediately. The massage part. From the back. Now from the front.
Then you get the complete package? The full spa treatment? No! The full spa treatment, then they boot you out of the massage parlor immediately? That is some service. My guy, Pugera, tying it all up against Kazunoko. Uh-oh, but you see the stern look on the former Capcom champion, man. Kazunoko, he's slowly starting to figure out adaptamantation. Shout out to Smug. We'll see if it happens.
Rush tries to cancel. Look at these like movements that Pugera's putting in.
My bad. That is an F-wordism. My fault. My fault.
No.
That was my bad.
Ooh. See, there's this trick to that ODDP. Get that side switch. It's so dangerous. The reversal is they would put you up in the corner. Kazunoko with a chase down. Now the parry against the jump in. But Pugera running low on bar. That's what's been taking it far. That's what's been allowing him to gain so much damage. So much advantage in this matchup. Light punch and things like that.
Oh, and there's the big throw bait from Kazunoko. This is the scenario right here. He was able, man, did he miss the window? Did he miss the window to drive Impact back? No, he does not pass the rhythm allegations, but it's fine. Or so I thought.
Fortunately, Pugera, you're not gonna play. But wait, sweep off the feet, crouching Minu kick. Gotta finish it. Can he get an air slash? The idea of the air slash, there it is. The idea of the air slash to get the burnout was on bait the entire time. The feint is fine, the air to air, and Pugera puts himself on set point.
Damn. You were about to say he wasn't invited to the barbecue for like a split second.
Woo. He's okay. He's okay. Pugera, come through. We'll get some ribs, baby.
See, I can't give that pass, man. But I will say this, Kazunoko again, getting that initial, man, these spin knuckles are in places where I feel like it's deliberate from Kazunoko, but at the same time, it's like, is his objective to drain DJ out of his drive game early? I think so. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think these spin knuckles are deliberately placed to burn Pugera out faster for him to get the engine going. Oh boy, what a block. Look at the chip damage on that. Hey, you can't jump in. You can't dive kick on him. This is a great place to be if you're Pugera. Still, at least, you know, being able to charge up and stop some of these dive kicks.
Find the hit confirmed. Level 2. Now he's back in business. The jump in. Recovers the time. It's OD, so it's fine. OD, DP. Kazunoko trying to burn so much of that gauge. But it hasn't worked out. The strategy has not worked out. Stand fierce. Hold on now.
He got it! He got the opener! And it's Kazunoko bringing it down. Last game, last round. Here for the day.
What a way to close things out. A tight set. And I think that strategy you pointed out with the spin knuckles to deplete the gauge has been so pivotal to as an entry point, right? Drive rush, stand light punch has been such a big starter for Pogera. So drain that gauge. However, Kazunoko's out. Get the side switch with the ODDP.
That's fine. If he wants to burn out, he wants to do it by his rules, and I get that. Kazunoko. Oh my god, who said that was unreactable? My man waited. He even did the anime adjusted glasses in between the combo. This guy is sick. He's a legend. He's a Capcom Cup champion. But wait a minute, Pogera. He's looking to shine a light on Kazunoko's lenses.
He's online though. Caught the throw tech again. OD, the super. That's enough to be the win. Kazunoko. I'm a Capcom Cup champion. You know about that yet?
Amazing. Amazing clutch performance to even bring it to a final round. And more so the tactics implemented throughout the entire course of the game. I feel like if you were to be a graduate of the School of Street Fighter, your dissertation would be much better if you made an analysis of that match right there. You could easily get your doctorate in Street Fighter knowledge by breaking down what just happened. Because I gotta say, that was phenomenal Street Fighter. Dear God, that was sick. That was only day one, baby!
Only on day one. The fact that we see these top-level players challenging and checking, staying outside certain drive rush ranges, reacting, and how they're sapping away the drive gauge, already looking at it like, this is your resource, this is what you've been utilizing, I'm going to kill it before it even starts. I'm tired of you scooting through like an Ed, Eddie character. I'm going to stuff you and stop you expeditiously. Yo, Kazunoko got Grizzly. See the stats out right here. Let me see what we have on the deck. Yo, Kazunoko in that 3-2. I'm going to get translation up here. I got to pull this up. My bad. What do we have up here, Vicious? My bad, I gotta find my translation.
Man, beats me, Zinkola. But I will say this. Obviously, the anti-air is very much so there from Kazunoko, better in comparison to Pogera, right? 67%, 4 out of 6 anti-airs. We talk about throws as well, but tech throws down below, 33%, a little bit higher of a percentage. I don't know what that 83 is, but I'll get right to it as soon as I can. But the drive impacts, let's talk about that. 60% success rate from the side of Kazunoko. So what does this mean when it's tie game, 20-20? We've already played 3 matches. What happens?
We get the first to one, the first to death. Only one last match remains to tie things off, to end the night. And as our last match, what better way? I think in the previous season we had something similar where it was like, oh, the final match of the day actually ended in the same way. But boy, okay, it's gonna be a banger. I don't even know what you do here. I think honestly, I say you pull up the last 2 players that played up in the anchor match. They're still hot, ready to go. It was still decisions away for Pogera. It wasn't like he was absolutely free at the very end. Just to change up the tempo, what he's doing with that drive gauge, it'd be a little bit less obvious when he's drive rushing in. But Kazunoko's already hot. I'd send Kazunoko right back in. Get him in there.
What I wouldn't do is send in the character that he's had a lot of practice with the demo. Do not send a Luke player. Do not send Kawano. Don't bring a Luke to his doorstep. He's already settled in Memphis. In fact, Kazunoko will be the mayor of Memphis if you decide to throw out Luke. That's the thing, man. You're welcoming Luke into his hometown. So I will say this. I think it's up to Gachikun's decision, perhaps. No, I mean, well, the team always kind of like talks about it, but it's gonna be Gachikun, I'd imagine, stepping up to plate. Does that mean? I did see the camera kind of focusing on Goichi. Does that mean we're gonna get the run back between those two?
Goichi versus Tachikawa is what we're going to have. What a decision from both sides. I'm surprised not having Kazunoko go right back up. He's already hot. In the first one, I think Cammy does fantastic. I think she's really impressive. Kazunoko is too as well. But they choose to set up Goichi. And Tachikawa.
レッドサイドグッド
Luke Modern versus Luke Classic. What? The battle for chat. The battle for chat right now.
So, is this a, I guess if I were to put any logic behind it, it would be the redemption of the players that had lost their games, right?
Okay. That's a big bet, though.
ここでグッド8スクワット
Oh.
延長戦出場の立川選手
Modern versus classic. You know, we try to avoid this conversation in the chat, but this time, hey, chat, I need you guys to go nuts. All right? I need to get some ones for those that are in favor of modern. I need to see some big twos for those in favor of classic. If you guys are going to be divisive the entire evening, so be it. Now is the perfect time to talk about it. If you're a modern main, go 1. If you're a classic main, go 2. It's fine, man. It's totally fine.
Let it rip. Let it all out. As y'all been wanting to. It's going to be a wild match. Tachikawa himself thought that Kazunoko would come up to fight again, as many of us did. But I'm so curious about how this is going to go. You have a character that is more, I mean, it's going to have light kick, medium kick, which are great footsie tools. But Tachikawa's proven that he is fantastic in a scramble situation. So I don't know how this is going to go. I have no idea.
最後の試合がモダン対クラシックってこれすごくない？
しかもルーク同キャラ
This is so
どうなんですかね？モダン対クラシックの同キャラ戦ってそう確かにありえるわ。そう、ありえるけど
This is it, man. This is the future. If Modern Luke wins, I can already picture everybody saying, this is the future, old man. And you got, you know, classic Luke. Then you got old man yells at the clouds, but he was right, you know. Who knows? The device is just killing me inside. Why can't we all just enjoy the games? You know what I'm saying? Sankola? Why can't we just enjoy the games, man? Hey, where's, don't you have the t-shirt from CEO?
I do. Not by me, but I do, definitely do.
What
I got
shirt
classic.
Is it modern or classic?
I got classic. I got classic.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Everybody's unfollowing
Classic,
you
man.
now. Everybody's unfollowing
I just lost
you. I see it.
70 followers? I was almost at 10K. Come on.
Come on now. I'll take them. Come on over. Come on over to whatever side. You guys can come on through. I'm totally kidding. But so let's take a look at what's about to happen. Tachikawa on the left. For those that may not know, Tachikawa on the left. We talked about him, famed anime player. Same thing, same reiteration to the man on the right with Goichi. Exact same accolades, if not better. These two are going to be duking it out here on this particular stage for Street Fighter 6 on the very first day of Street Fighter League Japan. It is going to be a spectacle. Whether you're a modernized warrior or a classic controller beast, whatever, classically trained, right? This is going to be a showdown nonetheless.
Absolutely. So don't revert your eyes. The final match of the day. Tachikawa versus Goichi. Modern versus classic. Yo, let's get it. What a way to end the night, yo.
Damn. Round out. This is a sudden death. This is going to be a first to one, by the way. Best of one, sudden death. It's do or die time. Again, you're starting to see Goichi get thrown instead. Tachikawa already ready with the drive rush. Drive rush back, the big counter. The trade, I should say, from both ends.
That perfect parry into the dash up. Gonna gain some ground. You have the drive rush into the throw. Punish counter too as well. The drive gauge disparity, actually not a lot of a disparity right now. Goichi with a big punch. Ah, man, it could have been a little bit bigger. He just went off with medium kick as the punish. A little bit more, crouching medium punch, even staying fierce, back at him. Oh, the cancel. Trying to bait out that DP. Like, baiting out the reactions is so big against Modern because they're so focused on finding reactions.
Right. Yeah, it's a solid strategy. Being able to kind of bait out those areas, a decent amount of damage, right? Again, that perfect parry scaling is significant. But you know what's not scaled? That right there. That drive impact to the wall, cross-cut DP. Here comes Tachikawa, back throw, back in you go. No drive rush, he's waiting for it. Goichi meticulously. I lied! The punish counter was there. Goichi attempting to go for, I can't tell what it was. Was it a parry? I didn't get to see his drive in. It was a punish counter indeed.
I didn't either.
Tachikawa, big opener.
Okay, huge lead here from Camper Tachikawa. Close to burn up, but this is absolutely fine. You have such a big lead. You have him caught up in the corner, holds the throw, Goichi on the back foot, cross gut DPI, do those nice and easy, nice and breezy. Tachikawa is rocking him. Wish he has to do a desperate comeback right now. He's got CA. It's not gonna come into play. Tachikawa with Modern Luke seals the deal. Good 8 squad starts their dominance off strong. 25 points for their team with Modern Luke. Give me the words that are coming out of my mouth. Modern Luke.
And there it is. The chat goes wild. All of them. Boomers versus Zoomers. The time is now, old man. Now is the time to start praising your new modern overlords. That's just how it goes, man. Hey, all you classic fellas, pick up your bags and get on out of here, man. Make like a tree and leave. You're out. You're done. Classic's over. All right. Go home, dinosaurs. That's just how it goes.
Oh, man. Reactions here from Tachikawa were so good, but also the pensiveness from Goichi. I wonder if he was just scared of all these quick fire actions that Tachikawa could do with supers, OD fireballs, and things like that. Like Goichi was like on the back foot the entire time. In the corner, deer in the headlights. Tachikawa took full advantage. I'm sure that Tachikawa's had time to practice against many classically trained Lukes, so he's got an idea. Goichi maybe didn't have an idea fully of that matchup. He had some ideas where he did drive rush into like throw to stop himself. He bait out something for Tachikawa. He's like, I already know what you want to do. I'm a step ahead of you. Man, Tachikawa modern.
I think the strategies implemented also in the pressure game, specifically in the corner, is one to highlight. I think there hasn't been a moment where Tachikawa wasn't able to punish Goichi trying to jump out of the corner, which is pretty significant. So I do attribute a lot of that just having good game sense more so than modern control sense, right? I think overall him piloting the character and implementing the right strategies against Goichi was really imperative. I don't think there was ever a moment where I was like, damn, thanks modern in that set. To be quite genuine, I understand like we were memeing a little bit, but in all fairness, like full transparency with you all, I don't really see how big of a benefit it was in that matchup in particular.
Yeah, I don't think there was a drastic input from the inputs to really seal the deal. I think it was just Tachikawa playing fantastically and noticing the pensiveness from Goichi. Maybe Goichi thought that would be a part of that play. We saw him try to bait out the reactions from Tachikawa, maybe way too focused on the Monocell and not Tachikawa's game plan, and that left him in the ground. But I think overall, Tachikawa's game sense, to have cross-cut DPs and things like that, to be awake and aware of what the other person wants to do when they're on the back foot, to take advantage, seeking some impacts and things like that, have these perfect parries into even dash-ups, were fantastic from Tachikawa. It doesn't matter what you play on, just have good game sense. You might pick up modern and maybe it's better for you, but that's not going to help you or enable you to do the things that Tachikawa did.
Right.
Tachikawa's just a really good player. He's a really good player. He's just smart.
That's the big underline, right? You gotta have the game sense in order to pick up the controller and utilize modern to the utmost capability. And again, that wasn't even utilizing modern. That was just utilizing Luke in the way that he needed to use Luke. So again, if you want to talk about what's going on, now I'm going to go back to, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm going back to meme mode. If you want to talk about modern controllers, you got to talk about Luke first, all right? Let's talk about Luke and that character, huh? How good he is, top 5, huh? That character's great. It's pretty good.
Modern, we don't have to do a separate tier list where it's like modern and classic, and we're going to place the characters. I think classic Luke is top 2. You know, he's really good. But modern Luke probably up there too as well, amongst the classic as well. I mean, he loses stand light kick and medium kick, but maybe those things that happen in the demo, like you buffer light kick, maybe they don't matter as much. You know, I've been hinged on that quite a bit after I saw the demo play, but we've evolved the meta in the past couple of months plus, that maybe that doesn't matter as much to Luke's toolkit. That's not such a detriment, and it's not such a problem for him. We'll have to see.
So we do have the interview coming in from Good 8 Squad. Well, Kawano, he took the back seat for today. It doesn't mean he's not going to be playing going forward, but his words to the rest of the squad, or at least in his interview, he said the match was perfect. Our guess about who was to come in the sudden death matchup was correct. Gotchgoon, he had a little bit to harp on as well, along with Pugera. What did they say, Senkola, in their part of the winner interview?
Gotchgoon said it was very fun doing the first match. Just glad to be playing, and that Manon was definitely doing a lot of work. Pugera says his body was eventually heavy, facing the opponent, but Pugera was able to stay solid until the very end when Kazunoko was able to take it right back in the ring. So it looks like he got too stressed trying to get the drag rushes in. And then Tachikawa said, people said our weakness was me. Kazunoko coming to face me was my only chance. So Tachikawa was saying maybe people just didn't believe in him. Maybe based on his previous experience or how he hasn't really been doing a lot of work in Street Fighter. He did get like top 16 at CPT in like the last one in Street Fighter 5, but I don't really remember that. He did do work out there, but he hasn't been as consistent as other players. So maybe Kazunoko would have been a better bet, but he was able to take it over Goichi. I don't know. Actually, if he would have played Kazunoko, I don't know. Maybe it would have went the same way. He played very well.
Yeah. No doubt. And if you're looking at it logistically, although it was an overall loss for Team Cyclops, it's not too much of a detriment towards their overall score. They still managed to net 20 points for themselves, and it's only the very first game. All things considered, when you're looking at the grand scheme of things, this is still a round-robin format. So these guys all have to play against each other in the first stage to accumulate as many points as possible. And granted, the top 6 of these players in this stage will qualify over into stage 2. So I think there's a lot of leeway in between some of these matches to get themselves acclimated to the competition. So sending up Goichi to get himself, I guess, like primed for any other matchups that he may have lost, or just trying to recover from the losses prior, I think that's not too much of a bad bet, specifically for the sudden death scenario. So overall, not too bad a look. 20 points to 25, I can walk away with a smile if I'm Team Cyclops.
Yeah, it's a points in the bag, not leaving with 0 like some teams unfortunately had to do as they were faced with some difficult opponents with our first match. But Gotchman says we face and we'll face the team's so-called future champions. We'll try to do our best. But if this is their best, and we saw them previously look more human, I should say, they still look human, but they still look so dominant. And I can't wait to see what Kawan's going to do with that modern Luke. If the strength comes from, Tachikawa and that coaching, I can definitely see that helping this team out, even with Dogra, maybe giving some of those secret documents. Good stuff, the Good 8 Squad. They move on with the victory here, but as you said, Cyclops could definitely take away some points and some solace that they were able to take it down to the wire to the final match. Man, what a way to end the night, though, bro. Modern versus Classic. It was fated. It was fated.
And the night, man. You can't even go to sleep after this. What time is it there for you? 8:30? It's about to be 8:30 a.m. for Senkola. It's about to be 6:30 for me here in Southern California. I don't think I can sleep after that. This is the perfect way to wake up into some Street Fighter 6 action, and I couldn't ask for anything better. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Despite the divisiveness, despite all the bickering between Modern and Classic, I do appreciate you guys, because the conversation is still about Street Fighter 6, as much as I give you kind of gripes about that. But again, we appreciate you guys coming in, even internationally. I saw somebody put in 9:30 p.m. Yo, man, I appreciate you. Senkola appreciates you. If you guys haven't done so already, @_Senkola, follow him. @ViciousFGC, follow us as well. We'll have all the updates as to what's to come for Street Fighter League Japan in terms of the schedule, in terms of the analysis, the breakdowns. Y'all need to follow us ASAP, and I do mean ASAP, because again, we are the current commentators for the official English broadcast. We do also have some special guests coming our way. We didn't show you the exact full rotation just yet, but this is what's to come. Again, we're taking a look at the matchups right now. This is the final result of day 1. FAV Gaming getting the full sweep over Hiroshima Team Igusa 40-0. Shinobiism Gaming falling a little short to Saishunkan Seoul Kumamoto in a really clutch match towards the end, 30-10. Then, of course, we saw what happened between the Faded Titans. Cyclops against Good 8 Squad, 20-25, the closest match. And again, very similar to the previous season, right?
Very similar in terms of how things are going down, but I do think there will be shakeups as people get adjusted to the meta. We've only just begun with Street Fighter 6. The meta is only going to evolve, modern and classic, and here are how things are going to roll. We're going to get this all filled up as we go along and get more of these teams. Gyogun has yet to play. Detonation, Focus Me has yet to play as well. Nagoya Oja Body Star yet to play also. So we're going to see even more of these teams come up in the next couple of days as we continue on with this round robin format. And we're going to get, as we have pointed out and shown, more games every single day. 3 sets every single day instead of 2 sets. Get even more Street Fighter 6 every time we meet.
I don't think you guys understand. There's going to be half a year of Street Fighter League Japan happening for Street Fighter 6. And get yourselves acclimated to the teams because these ones are going to be so sick to debut, right? We saw Shinobi Gaming a little bit earlier. They're facing off against the new and improved Detonation Focus Me led by Itabashi Zangief. Then, of course, the School of Fish, Gyogun versus Team Cyclops, who we saw earlier. But that's going to be with Mago and the gang, right? The same exact team from Gyogun. Then, of course, FAV Gaming. They're back in the hot seat. But they're facing off against Akira with the Nagoya Oja Body Stars. This is going to be phenomenal. Either way you spin it, it's going to be some of the best Street Fighter 6 that you could ask for in Japan. And this is the overall schedule. Take a screenshot right now while I'm doing this goofy face. This is where you can find the dates and the time for Street Fighter League Japan. In fact, I think the next slide is going to be the full calendar graphic, but this is going to be the current matchups for the first stage.
Keep it absolutely locked and loaded on this channel for the official restreams. Make sure that you all are following, obviously, us and obviously all the players too as well. They're streaming all the time, so you can get some little tidbits as we do too as well and ask some questions. Obviously, be respectful too. But this is the beginning. This is the start of Street Fighter. I'm super excited to see how things develop. I don't know if it's going to go down the same way. Will Good 8 Squad give you that dominance? We'll have to see. The new kids on the block, they'll be doing some work. But either way, it's going to be fantastic Street Fighter 6 all the way through until we get to the playoffs. Till hell, we get to the second section. Some people are going to get eliminated. We're going to live with 6 teams in the second section, Vicious. I can't believe that. We're going to leave 3 teams to the side when we hit the second section, the second half of Street Fighter League.
Well, you know, baby steps, man. Baby steps, okay? You gotta play like DJ. You gotta be like baby. You gotta be like real chilling. You gotta be just cool about it, okay? We still got plenty to look forward to. We got plenty of games to look forward to. In the meantime, again, if you haven't done so, be sure to follow us on Twitter for all of the updates. In case you might have missed it, in case you were too busy reading the graphics, be sure to follow us on Twitter. And I can't encourage that anymore. That's going to be our time, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed the first day of Street Fighter League Japan Season 6. We'll see you all in the streets. Until next time, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Again, be safe. We'll see you in this next one.
そして最後にカプコンプロツアーの開幕となるエボ2023のエントリー締め切りが日本時間7月10日月曜日13時59分に迫っています。週明けですね。はい。参加検討されている方はお早めに
ですね。
はい、というわけで、いや開幕戦にふさわしいとてつもない試合の連続で、いや
面白かったです。
大満足でございましたが、
満足した。
まあ本日は以上で、終わっていきたいと思います。それではストリートファイターリーグプロ JP2023、本日はバーストステージ第1節の3試合をお届けいたしました。実況は私7位、そして解説ははめこさんでお送りいたしました。はめこさんありがとうございました。
はい、ありがとうございました。
それではまた次節お会いいたしましょう。さようなら。
さようなら。